wrestling, and soccer. San Diego, California.
Previously on Two Balls and a Mic.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic 265. 265 episodes have gone consecutively of this podcast every single week. And this is the first with MLS action for San Diego. San Diego FC go up north to LA Galaxy and defeat the reigning defending MLS Cup champions 2-0. 2 goals by Anders Dreyer, the DP, fantastic goal. We're going to go ahead and discuss, break down, give reactions, give takes, see what people have actually been talking about with San Diego FC and their victory as they welcome themselves to MLS. I'd like to welcome everybody. My name is Tony Sanchez. This is your first time. This is Alejandro Chio Villaseñor, along with our editor-in-chief of San Diego Football, Abraham Cepeda. We are ready here on a Monday as we've been doing it for 265 weeks in a row. Welcome, welcome. First time. Last time, hopefully not. This is it. Two Balls and a Mic studio. We're gonna go ahead and touch on San Diego Wave a little bit later with the call of the Sirens. We got a lot of San Diego FC. We have goals, gaffes, and greats, our weekly segment where we break down the week's goal of the week, gaff of the week, and the great of the week, and anything in between there. Again, thank you for everybody that's been supporting San Diego Football, what we do as well. But we want to go ahead and just, again, give that warm welcome to everybody. Chiba, Abraham, welcome. I was privileged enough to represent San Diego Football.
You're still wearing it. I don't think you're allowed to show it.
No, I'm not. But I'm showing you. That's why it's backwards.
Oh, okay.
But see how there's a line there? That's where his name
that
was.
was my name.
Oh.
And then they replaced.
Tell us the story.
Okay, we can talk about that, right? So,
As we
before-
welcome
before
everybody
the
in
match,
to
yeah,
Two Balls
thank
and a
you.
Mic. Hey, season's
Yeah.
greetings.
It's a
Look
whole
at
new
everybody
era.
settled in.
hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe this. We do.
We've never said that.
We never say
We've
that.
never said that.
We never said that. But if
Doing things
if
new.
we have a new subscriber here, Ivan. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you for subscribing.
Hell yeah. Welcome, bro.
It's a great start of the season. But yeah, so I mean, as you all know, we're on the journey of getting media credentials to the 2026 World Cup, and part of that journey is getting credentialed through different tournaments, and now with MLS, right, Major League Soccer here in San Diego. So we applied for credentials up in Carson at Dignity Health Sports Park for LA Galaxy, and you know, although we have all the connections with San Diego, we don't have some of the connections are with other teams, and you know, we knew it was going to be busy. We knew it was going to be impossible for all 3 of us to get accredited.
Long story short, San Diego Football was approved. However, only one of us can go and one of us to drive. And I'm sorry, Abe, you were the first sacrificial lamb in that one. But unfortunately, you can't show that either.
Oh.
I mean, you can technically.
No, you can't actually because of the yellow part over there.
Yeah, that's true. Quien quiere free Wi-Fi in Dignity Health Sports Park.
Anyways, good thing that camera was off. Anyway, welcome everybody. 2-0. The first final score of a San Diego FC game. This is the team that has been promising a lot of things in the city of San Diego, from a brand new style of playing to a new identity to reflecting the community. All of that is done. All of that is over. Nothing ever matters except on a week basis now, because iFootball Snapdragon Stadium will be next for Louisville, San Luis San Luis City SC as their first inaugural home match. But I'm curious to see exactly where everybody stood, because getting up there and going up to Carson, like, I'm not gonna lie, I miss you guys. I missed everybody who didn't go. I missed a lot of people that we've gone to away games for a San Diego team with, and a lot of people were on that trip. a large contingency. Shout out to the San Diego Independent Supporters Union. I believe the unofficial number was 823 people on buses, 12 buses that left Snapdragon Stadium at 10:30 a.m. to make that trip of day drinking and partying and fun. All supporter groups represented: Chavos, Locals, Riptides, Battalion 18, USG 18, Falta, the Dago Boys, and Barra 18, all making that presence known, felt. They got there. You can feel there was something in the air. Credits. And just painting a picture before we break down this match, just of everything around, right? Because this was San Diego's first, coming out officially party.
It was also the Galaxy's like championship celebration too. Could you also feel that in the air while you were there?
Yes, because
Hey,
people
that
were there.
stadium looked empty.
People looked there. No. People were there.
just-
That's how LA
You
is.
can say whatever
Yeah.
you want. It's fine, because at the end of the day, it was 10. It's at noon when I got there, a little bit before noon, and there's people tailgating. There's people having fun. There's families.
Yeah, it's a great
I
parking
walked
lot.
around. I walked in. There's like Galaxy Park. It's little pitches and just it's a picnic area for teams and stuff. It's really cool. But they were flaunting it. Like you can feel like, oh, like people. These are the people that are here living the experience. I was very glad to see people who are proud of a soccer team in the US. And it's not to say that I haven't been to a Galaxy game or seen like that passion, but it's like you can tell it was automatically different because it was San Diego, LA. Automatically.
That's just
automatically.
rivalry in any sport.
And at the end of the day, guess what? San Diego came up on top on the first chance they had. That's in the record books. That is set. That nobody can ever take that away from San Diego FC. Is that the first game was against Los Angeles, the Regal team, the premium team in MLS, and they were the champions in their home. San Diego 316 just says they just whooped your ass 2-0.
the undefeated
2-0.
LA Galaxy last season at home.
I don't think I would call it an ass whooping necessarily. It was
Well,
we're gonna talk about it.
I've
We
actually
are
heard
gonna
on
talk
both
about it,
sides. We'll
so-
talk about it. We'll see what you guys think here in the
Now,
comment section on
wanna
Instagram.
I
Let
want
us
to
know.
ask you all, do we want to just dive into goals, gaffes, and grills? Do we want to just kind of write this way and go with San Diego FC?
Let's go. Goals, gaffes, and greats. Let's go goals, gaffes, and greats, because that is a segment that we have where we introduce a goal of the week, a great of the week, a gaff of the week, a mistake of some sort, and it actually has to do a lot with what was seen at Dignity Hill Sports Park this weekend. But all right, let's you got it, Chiva. Un videito.
I got you. All right, we're gonna go on with goals, gaffes, and greats.
All right. So, as you find that video?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pulling it up right now.
We're gonna go ahead and just give a early nod here, because again, we do scour across San Diego and it's football, because San Diego has had great soccer around forever. So let's not forget that. Abe, you actually shared this. This is a co-winner of the San Diego Punto Football Goal of the Week. And this is Sofia Nunez hitting a banger to help Bonita Vista advance to the Open Division semifinals. Abe, can you describe this goal a little bit?
Yeah, shout out to the Barons. I mean, it's these playoff matches in high school are always insane. And then just from barely inside the box sends a sky high ball up and over the goalkeeper. Like that was just, she doesn't even look at all either, which is insane. And then also had like two defenders in front of her. It's a great goal. I thought it should be shouted out.
Yeah,
and then-
100%. And I mean, with the other goal that we had, has to be right. The second goal for San Diego FC.
Cleared away by Angel, now Dreyer into space, looking for Angel, perfect ball
Jeez.
to Thomas Angel.
Pass it. This pass.
Angel, through, Dreyer!
Now,
I mean, talk about
Into space, looking
a momentum changer, a emotional goal, ice in their veins. Dreyer, poste, campanazo, golazo, to seal the deal in Los Angeles, Chiva.
Same thing about this, right? Thomas Angel only played 2 minutes in this match. He had 2 chances. He had a shot, a breakaway where he was on a 1-on-1. He kind of got crowded and he took a shot, bien desviado. But anyways, with this one, just that pass, clearance to Anders Dreyer, that pass from Dreyer with his right foot, by the way, to find Angel on the space, and then Angel just waiting, timing it, and putting that perfect little curve pass because Dreyer was already coming and closing in, and a great finish as well. So that's why it wins San Diego Punto Football 2000 Mike goal of the week as well. But yeah, we're gonna dive into the whole match.
Yeah.
Anything else to add for this goal?
No,
guys?
I mean, there's a lot to add, and we'll touch on it again. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of this goal as we run through some of these comments. And again, thank you guys for following, sharing, subscribing. San Diego Punto Football covering this matchup within and before and after. Again, like it was an insane turnout, and everybody turned over there. But this is the exact thing that San Diego was promised. This play encapsulates everything that San Diego FC, from Tom Penn, from Mikey Varas, from Tyler Heaps, from everybody involved, the marketing, the this, the that, the videos, the right to dream. They could not have written a better script to showcase exactly what the style of play that they want in this play. Fast-paced, just lights out. Everybody is absolutely tired, just tired legs, but you got the youth, Tomas Angel, learning from his mistake.
By the way, everyone's saying that he looks super old. He's only 21, 22.
I mean,
he just turned 22, I think.
Some people wear it rough, all right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Abe over here looks like he's 50.
Yeah, it's a stress.
I feel old, but Tomas Angel, he was a little bit, I think it's fair to say, a little bit slower compared to Lozano. Even like subbing on, I thought he kind of looked like he was like just cut off foot on that first breakaway chance that he had. But Tomas Angel still just will be a good game changer if he can make like plays like this, just with complete patience. And when like I can steal the deal right here. A lot of players would just like try and take a shot or try and like make something happen, but to like have the wherewithal, especially like with such little time together, be like, I'm just gonna wait for Dreyer to come up.
It was the perfect pass, yeah.
Make that perfect pass.
And then again, that finish is not as easy as it may look, right? We talked about Anders Dreyer and his left foot, and I mean, when you have a winger that can finish like this, that just makes you an asset to this attacking, and like that's exactly what we saw from him. He also scored the first goal that we'll kind of showcase in a little bit, but yeah, this is why Anders Dreyer, along with Sofia, what's her last name? Sofia Nunez, win San Diego Punto Football goal of the week.
All right. So, anything interesting happen for this weekend, guys?
Yeah. Our grade of the week, the one can only assume that it goes to Anders Dreyer. Is that kind of like where everyone's at here?
I do believe so. So let's go ahead and play the.
Need to add any context to that.
Yes.
Anders Dreyer wins.
So, actually,
grade of the week, and I think he was also named. What's that called? MLS
Anders Dreyer
of the week or something.
Here you go. Oficialmente, per San Diego FC official communications office, Anders Dreyer, delantero de San Diego FC, es nombrado jugador de la jornada 1 de la MLS, presentado por Michelob Ultra. Anders Dreyer is named the player of the week. That's it.
That's crazy. No. So I guess
presented by
MLS does like a match player of the day or something, and they build like it's like team of the week. Mikey Varas was also named coach of the week.
Yeah, he was
for MLS. So big shout out to Mikey Varas. But yeah, no, Anders Dreyer did something special for San Diego, scoring both of those goals. The first one was just kind of insane, just seeing everyone kind of like react to it, and then he scores the second one. But yeah, this is why Dreyer wins San Diego Punto Football's grade of the week. And now the gaff. Let's show the clip real quick.
Good.
Well, the gaff of the week is the first goal.
Yeah,
if we had to tell you why, there was a gaff on Galaxy's part. Like,
yeah.
Like this guy messed up.
Hey, CJ, good job.
a lot of people were blaming the defender. I think that's all on the goalkeeper there.
100%
All right,
is
all right,
on
all
the
right,
goalkeeper
all right.
here.
Relax, guys. All right, guys. You know that I am a fervent defender of the goalkeeping arts, and let me tell you,
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic was actually selected, and there was some controversy between him being the
Novak
goalkeeper,
Mitrovic.
goalkeeper 1 and goalkeeper 2. But head coach for Galaxy decided, no, I need him in there because he has better ability playing out the back with his feet. That's literally what was quoted going into this. Like, that was the choice. So the gaff of the week right here is putting your own defender in hot water. Chucky Lozano picks up the cue. Great non-intervention by Marcus Invarson there. Fantastic use of the body and awareness. And we'll talk a little bit more about this goal. But as you see, Los Fronterizos, I think that's the official name now. There wasn't a big hubbub about it.
It's
But
not the Frontera Ultras anymore.
no, Frontera Ultras is Chavos.
Okay.
And but
Like
the union,
What's it
Oh.
called?
Los Fronterizos or Frontera,
Oh.
one of those two.
All right.
I think one of them's a newspaper and the other one is the supporter group. It's all
All right.
good. La Raza is
Can we just call him La
representing.
Casa?
Es la raza, güey.
Los
Es Los
fronterizos.
fronterizos, es la raza, güey.
But yeah, so I mean, LA Galaxy wins, and I mean, in particular, the goalkeeper Mitrovic wins the gaff of the week.
He ended up redeeming himself
yeah,
with those
no,
saves
he did have
too.
some great saves.
Yeah, he made some good saves, especially Lozano. I think had like 2 chances that year. Like, oh, you should have made that, but
I, for one, welcome any and all safe space animosity that begins in the chat, because I'll tell you from the track record of one Luis Amaya, doesn't seem like he was too happy with the performance of his Los Angelinos. So we'll take that as you will. Frontera San Diego is the name of la barra, the supporter group, Frontera San Diego. So again, shout out. We'll get to the shout outs a little bit in a bit. You guys, we got a long show. But that
kind of
essentially wraps that up. 100%.
Goals, gaffes, and greats. We again, we do this segment every week, and if you're new to the show, if you have a goal that you see in your Sunday
Yep.
league or whatever, you get it on video somehow, send it our way. If it's a nomination, same thing for Gavin, same thing for Great of the Week. And again, that was our segment, goals, gaffes, and greats.
All right, so this is the part of the show where we're just going to start to get into the actual game, the nitty gritty. As I see people on Instagram also getting involved, I will say Instagram comments are a little bit delayed, and we kind of miss those sometimes. But I do see El Mascon Football. What are the weaknesses that you saw in the team? I didn't like Lofelsen in defense. Will suffer in his ban. Well, Lofelsen isn't necessarily going to be the starter. Willy Kumado is going to definitely just fit that role. He had one training, Kumado, with San Diego FC, and yet he was getting minutes on a very important part of the game towards the end. And he made some mistakes. You can tell he hasn't adapted yet. But Lofelsen, I do believe, did pretty good. He did have some mistakes, some errors, some areas of growth. But again, it's game one. Every single excuse was there for San Diego FC to make. Every single excuse. Expansion team, they've only been training for a month. These players sometimes don't even know the same language. Funny story. I kind of asked Chucky because Mikey Varas threw him under the bus of like, yeah, no, pregame Chucky actually spoke English to the locker room. And so it was then kind of like a like, hi, Chucky. So
what'd you say?
What'd you say? And like, I kind of got the eyes from SDFC brass of like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, of course, that's going to be private, 100%. I get it, but it was more like, hey, so like,
it's a valid question.
That's cool.
It's a
like
good question,
getting involved and just like the camaraderie is really happening, and you can see the chemistry of these players actually is building very quickly, incredibly quickly. And something that I'll liken it to is putting a band together. I know earlier with Craig on 97.3 The Fan, I kind of went back and forth with him about like, Yepes Verskov, like that's your drummer, that's the beat that your team is going with, and usually you have this usual just traditional beat on that position. He's the metronome. He's the He's the the momentum builder, the shifter. But instead of just a sort of usual beat, he's off beat sometimes, and that's just the way the Scandinavians play. This right to dream, like he's just on a different gear. He's on a different shift, and when you start to put the band together, I mean, if you look at the Beatles, you got Ringo. He's a drummer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd like to be like, it's like, all right, you're safe. You know how to, do that. But then you got John Lennon, and then you got McCartney, Dreyer, Lozano. Relax comparisons, but I'm just kind of putting the
Yeah, I wouldn't call
the
the
band-
STFC the Beatles.
no,
of,
not
of
yet.
Soccer.
No, but I'm just putting the mental image of putting a band together and how this is kind of coming together. Where, yeah, you have that style of play that you're going to start to seep in. Cool, excellent. But at the end of the day, if you need something pulled out of your ass, guess what? George Harrison is going to pull out a sick solo on this one, and you just wait. Like he's looking like La Torre. Like he's the quiet one. He's the shy one. He's kind of creeping in defense. He has a great first half. And then in the second half, because of fitness, San Diego FC is not fit right now. Like they're still not match fit to go a full 90. For example, on the left back, and he also played right back. And Negri still carrying, I believe it's
You could see him limping around a little bit.
100%.
Luca La Torre is also not
De La
100%.
Torre isn't
Yeah,
100%.
I think he's a lot of these players are limited in minutes for sure, especially the ones that came off early. I mean, if everyone was 100%, I don't think Mikey makes any subs until maybe the 70th, 75th minute. But yeah, let's start from the beginning of the man. Let's start with the starting lineups.
Yes, let's please start with the start. But yeah, let's get into some good old San Diego FC talk. Videos. I worked hard on them. Like now it's when they're actually going to pay dividends. Like now it's in season. Like now people are
talk
high.
shit
You
now,
wore
eh?
you wore a Dragon Ball shirt to this game,
Sure
didn't
did.
you?
Because I'm very strategic with this because
Okay.
because again, people are saying, hey, like you on Soccer Wise, Chiva, you were on PBS. I mean, you've been featured for San Diego Wave as well, just kind of helping out as you can and just everything San Diego Punto Football. But we've been on a couple podcasts. People want to know about San Diego FC, and we've been covering San Diego FC, and we kind of know this team and how it looks and how it's gonna come out and pan out. And even I was more surprised than he was because technically you predicted a tie last week. I predicted a
think I was the
3-1
most
loss.
optimistic one.
Everything was backwards in a positive way for San Diego and San Diego FC. But yeah, so let's start with the beginning. Chiva, I believe we have some lineup. Let's start with the champions here. Bueno, un día a lo mejor campeones. San Diego FC in this predicted 11.
Yeah, so it's the same exact 11 that they had against New York Red Bulls in the last Coachella Invitational match. So CJ Dos Santos, without a doubt, goalkeeper one. At the left back position, you have Franco Negri. Center back pairing is McNair and McVeigh, and then Jasper Luffertson at the right back position. This is going to be the starting line unless somebody's not healthy. Like Andres Reyes should be a starting center back in this team. But again, McVeigh got the job done there. Jeppe, captain, leader. Like you can tell, he commands that midfield as well. Luca La Torre playing kind of like that free midfielder where he can go literally anywhere on the
He's
field.
a wild card.
And then Aníbal Godoy, a player that has experience, 35 years old, 120 international matches, captain Panama. Like this guy, the performance that he had, guys, it was phenomenal. And then up on top, in Vargsen as striker, you got Chucky on the left wing and Anders Dreyer on the right wing.
I mean, that's as solid as it's going to get for San Diego FC unless any other moves start to materialize in the market, i.e. Kevin De Bruyne, which is back on the radar. Lightly touch on it. Look, wild things are happening with Europeans in Liga MX.
Yeah.
Just look at what Sergio Ramos is asking for and eventually got. Like, if he's demanding that, De Bruyne is like, oh boy, just like Birdman hand rub. Do you get that? Do you get that reference? You know who Birdman is? Do you know who Birdman is?
Yeah.
Comes in Birdman hand rub.
I watched the movie.
Anyway,
I don't know. Do fans still want KDB at this point, right? I mean, obviously, it's the first game of the season.
Yeah.
You take out what, Godoy in the starting lineup? Say you have KDB.
Yeah.
Who do you take out? Who do you put him in for? Godoy?
Yeah, I mean, and this is what makes this band a punk. Like Carl, what kind of band is this? Godoy makes this a pretty hardcore band, a pretty punk rock band. Where you know what? That's the veteran. That's Foo Fighters.
Mm.
Again, um, follow me here. Drummer, classic. Dave Grohl, lead singer, basic, power chords. I have a tattoo of them, so I'm being generous. And they have a good core, but then they have this old guy, this veteran called Pat Smear, was in the germs. People thought he was dead of what a hardcore rock and roll punk leather wearing just life he was living. Anibal Godoy is that player. Like he's gets down and dirty. He's gonna give you everything every single game. He's the captain in Panama. So you're gonna get somebody who's a natural born leader, and that's what you're starting to see. There's a lot of leaders in this midfield. This midfield for San Diego FC is stacked, and they definitely showed how good they are and can potentially be by performing, not having the defense worry so much about things. You had Lofelsen, who did struggle. You had him switching over to the right back. You had Negative switching over on both sides as well and kind of adapting as the game went. But at the end of the day, the midfield really protected you and protected CJ Dos Santos because, again, I still don't know what I get with CJ Dos Santos. He wasn't tested. He wasn't tested a lot. He was tested a couple times, but he did some saves that he had to. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? And again, comment what you guys think in the chat as well.
I'll let Abe go first.
Yeah, I think we aren't giving enough credit to the defense. I mean, Patty McVeigh and McVeigh, I think I wasn't expecting them to like play this well. We all said it coming into the season that like if the forwards are doing well, you don't really worry about how many goals get scored on you. But like the midfield can only stop so much, and then when the chances do come, like the defense was able to just stop it, stay compact, stay like solid in a way that I truly wasn't expecting. So, like, good on them for that, especially in that first half. I think the offense was a little slow to get started. They were not moving well on the right side. I feel like Dreyer was barely involved in that first half and then, like, turned it around completely in that second half. But when you have, like, just a solid defense that makes a team like Galaxy look like small, look normal, where you only have like one player that's really like providing any true problems for the Galaxy. Was
Yeah.
it Perk? I forgot how do you say
Peck.
And yeah, I mean, look, somebody on Instagram just commented too about exactly that. DG619 Godoy with the hard tackle on Peck early in the game was hardcore. And
Yeah,
that's
the tone.
Hey, aquí estoy, papá. Siénteme, feel me. I'm going to be here all day, all game. So you better not try any of this fancy shit because you are going to go ahead and the ball's going to pass, but not you.
Yeah.
And he Godoy earned himself a yellow card. Let's go real quick on this hey, stats. On this historic game for San Diego FC that makes this all that impressive too, right? Because they played against a team that was a little bit hungover from the championship game. I'll give you that. You're missing Pasil, a good attacking energizer, 100%. He wasn't. He was more the emotional kind of push towards the championship. His absence was felt, but now with the offseason, that kind of cools down and the momentum kind of cools down. Like, oh yeah, he's still injured. Like, oh okay, and we have to climb the mountaintop again without him. Like, that definitely takes a toll.
And an interesting part to me, I read an article by I think Kevin Baxter in the LA Times, and it was one of LA Galaxy's captains kind of talking crap about how he had to take a pay cut to like make the salary cap work for the Galaxy this season. And when you have like players that are willing to like speak out on like how much they're getting paid and having to like take pay cuts like that, you know, it's not just him that have to like do things like that or deal with situations like that. And that's just like something you have to deal with in salary cap sports. And it could eventually become a problem for San Diego FC. I mean, the MLS is weird in that way. Right now, they're going to be like spending a lot of money. They got all the gam and tam from all these different stuffs and trades and all that. But like in the future, they got to be careful about that. And you could tell in Galaxy that they were like a completely solid team that had great chemistry last season. And then now it's just kind of, they were still trying to like feel each other out. There are multiple times where it's like, why'd you make that pass?
What?
Did you see that? There was so many times where they made like weird passes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And there is still a disconnect and just like those moments. And again, the level that we're expecting now is a very broken from what these teams are supposed to be, which is again, what makes it all that impressive, as our buddy Adrian Risa was saying in the chat here, they were missing 5 starters from the championship team. Well, guess what? San Diego FC was missing 25 of their starters last season because they had none. This is the first month and a half that they're putting these guys together. Real quick with the LA Galaxy, goalkeeper Mikovic, Yamane, Garces was a defender who made that mistake. You had Yoshida at captain, John Nelson, Cerrillo, Sanabria, and I'll tell you, at the end of the day, that midfield still has one Marco Royce. And I was disappointed. I saw Marco Royce play against San Diego Loyal.
That was a 34-year-old Marco Royce.
Yeah.
Not a 37-year-old Marco Royce.
Yeah.
3 years at that age makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And compared to Loyal, Marco Royce looked like just a machine. That Dortmund game, we don't talk enough about that.
No,
they looked insane.
That Dortmund game, he scored a banger of a free kick on San Diego Loyal, and I thought he was going to do that before the half when Godoy gave up that foul right outside the box. But yeah, so I mean, you kind of get the start of the match, Tony, and you're there. What's kind of like the vibe overall in the stadium that you got? Like as soon as that first whistle went, I was at home and I was like, wow, it begins. The season started. Like this is it.
So there's so many little stops here because of our little misconnect with that. I was sat on the outside and sit in the press box. There's a auxiliary
Like an extension.
area.
Yeah.
Where I think that's better than the actual.
I do think so, but with my eyes, I don't know. Especially for like I forgot my binoculars. I should have taken those. 100%.
Yeah, the press box at Galaxy is like it feels really high for some reason.
Yeah.
it does.
And so I just kind of I've been running around trying to find the supporters, and they got off the bus. By the time I got there, they let them in the stadium. I'm like, oh, I just missed them, and I walked around. And he's like, oh, it's not like a SoFi Stadium. We had to walk around. I'm like, wait, like it's still walk the whole perimeter.
Any stadium
of it.
is
Yeah,
hard
dude.
to
It's
walk
like,
around,
and it was 77 degrees.
We did it like
I'm
twice
wearing
at SoFi.
pants. I'm wearing my Dragon Ball shirt, trying not to get it like sweaty. Like I'm because I know people. Because if I wear my San Diego Punto Football shirt, it's gonna be like, hey, San Diego Punto Football. But if I wear the Dragon Ball shirt, let me tell you, I have never been dapped up by so many people of diversity with that shirt on, that were security guards, that were just mopping up the place, that were like beyond anything. That shirt was fantastic.
It's funny because he asked me before. It's like,
It's
should I wear
so stupid.
Dragon Ball shirt or
Dragon
San Diego
Ball?
Football shirt? And I was like, Dragon Ball. Like,
It's
Like,
a big deal
it's an
when you
attention
know
grabber.
Tony's like evolved from the Hawaiian shirt.
I have not. The Hawaiian shirts shall return
No,
to Snapdragon Stadium this weekend. So be there.
the Hawaiian shirts just
just-
button up better now.
The Hawaiian shirts actually close. But for right now, I'll subject everybody to that. But no. So again, just the general feeling. Oh, so Don Garber
yeah.
out of nowhere. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I go back up, and then boom, there's Don Garber being set up for a press conference in the is right
You
next to
just
the
walked
food
up
hall.
to it. You just walked in.
I literally just walked up to this.
That's hilarious.
And I just like, all right, I guess I'm sticking my hand in here. And I asked them just kind of building for the infrastructure of the MLS over the years as 2026 is coming, how important that is to, you're the league that's welcoming, one of the leagues that's welcoming. How are you preparing for this? Took some good stuff on San Diego FC and Right to Dream as well. So if you really care and you love MLS Commissioner Don Garber, check him out.
There's a reason why that video did the least in the amount of
Compared-
likes to everything else.
As here we go. Let me tell you, this made me so happy. I was so happy. Good job, guys. Everybody who made it up there. 12 buses, over 1,000 people in that section. This was way before the game. They were chanting, they were screaming, they were going bananas. And it was really cool. The way that
hear him on TV, dude.
the way that the area is set up too, like clearly, it's the not so nicest part of the stadium because you can see the brick that makes it, but that almost makes it even cooler.
Look at that.
Again,
Are you still worried about 3252?
Yeah.
Abe said, yeah.
3252. I've had years.
I worry.
They filled up that whole section. Like they have this section cut off for San Diego FC fans, LAFC fell off that whole section and even a little bit under it too.
He is at Abe_Cepeda on social media. So get him. No, I'm kidding. No, I think that the same thing with the actual team. Sustainability aspect. Is San Diego FC's play style sustainable? Because that's a lot of running. That's a lot of chemistry that's being exhausted. That's a lot of just the mental capacity to work these problems out. Sometimes wear you down more than the physical aspect of things because you're trying to, you're really good at the Rubik's Cube. But for me, it would take me an eternity to just sit. Even if you tell me how, like I'll have to figure it out, and that's going to tire somebody out. But no, like the sustainability of 3252 and how well they've done and how San Diego's Frontera SD will do. And again, I hope the best and in the most respectful way to both San Diego FC, to Supporters Union, because I will be honest, Jose Antonio Sanchez, that is I've been critical of this club a couple times. Abe is absolutely just shocked that I've been,
Everything good, Abe?
that I've had constructive criticism for this team at any point. But no, callaron hocicos. They shut mouths up in every single aspect. Even if they weren't set up to succeed with their crests and their imagery and whatever, none of that matters. There's a game now. As of now, San Diego Supporters, San Diego FC, the play style, San Diego, the soccer is on the map because of a fantastic job that people wearing the name San Diego on their jerseys, whether on or off the pitch, did. And they represented in Los Angeles fantastically. So hats off to everybody involved there. The scenes are crazy. I mean, just going up there and just hugging people again who, like, again, been part of San Diego soccer for years, trying to get Soccer City, like seeing this across, and this is MLS, and now welcoming everybody next week into Snapdragon Stadium and just everything that's going to mean. Like, I'm going to tell you, I actually heard from somebody close to sports that is like, for the first time, I've been asked if I can get them tickets for a soccer game. Like,
Whoa, somebody close to sports? What does that even mean?
You can,
Mhm.
I mean,
Just like a fan, like somebody
involved in sports,
Okay.
somebody in sports.
somebody close to. I was so thrown off. By
You
it.
didn't like that.
That was weird. Like, who's close to
Excuse me,
sports?
Alex.
Everyone's
Yeah.
close to sports.
So I mean, okay, so the game starts.
Yeah,
And
at some point it does.
at some point it does. And I mean, you're watching this. We can all agree the first half was a little weird, right? I mean, nothing too crazy happened, but some things I got out of it, especially like 15 minutes into that, San Diego FC looked confident. The way they passed the ball around, the way that Yepes has the patience to just kind of wait on their first third of the field, like, and then wait till they get to him and pass the ball, like, without kind of panicking. The way Godoy and Yepes just do direct passes through the middle in between two players, to me, that was insane. You usually just open up the field first, go down the lines. They're doing the opposite. They're going directly down the field, then opening it if you need to, going down the field. Like, Luca de la Torre was the best player on that field in those first 45 minutes. He literally went everywhere. I think he's going to be special, especially when he's 100% match fitness. But what did you guys think overall in the first couple minutes watching this?
I was actually surprised. I was sitting there and I had the game on, and then my grandpa walked in. He only ever watches Liga MX, but he was like actually wanted to watch this game. He was just like, "Yeah, I'll watch it. It's spooky, sure." And then like the whole time, he too was like, they're just doing nothing on the right side. Like, it was an issue, I think, to start, and then Galaxy were like not settled, but it looked like they were slowly starting to settle, which is like kind of concerning. But then, like, once that second half started, things changed completely. But that first half was kind of awkward. They were both just feeling each other.
And I will add,
Yeah.
especially in that first half, Chucky didn't have the best
Game
half either.
just
The
half in game in general.
I think he struggled a lot taking players one-on-one. He would kind of go back a little bit, and we've seen him play that type of way before. But I don't know if the full confidence was there, but he didn't look like the Chucky that we saw at Coachella.
And let me tell you this, right? Like, one of my handy dandy stats on the stat sheet that I have per official emails that we get now. Like, again, like, We're covering this team, guys. Good
Yeah,
shit.
We get emails.
You get emails.
We get
and
emails.
phone calls and shit, but it's fine.
Mostly
Anyways,
emails.
it's fun. I mean, we love it, and we represent the city in San Diego in the best way we can. Anyway,
You guys can email us too if you want.
yeah, absolutely. Am I gonna set up that voicemail again for
Oh,
you
we
guys to
should.
call
That
in?
should be fun.
Like, if
That
you
should be
guys
fun.
like in the chat, just yes or no. Like yes, if yes, no, just don't say anything. Like, you don't tell me no. But say yes if you liked the voicemail setup for post match reactions from you for any game the rest of the season. We're actually thinking about giving away a jersey that way and just kind of having a contest. So I mean, I can do that right now.
Whoever has the
really
best-
quickly
The
Call-
ninth caller.
Yeah, I remember. Again, I come from old media and listening
If
to.
you're the ninth caller, you win a San Diego FC jersey.
Get DJ Beto to give us a little drop. Get Craig. Like, oh, why don't we do that? What's wrong with us? Why isn't this show bigger? Anyway, there were 9 players in San Diego FC that debuted in MLS. 9 players for San Diego FC that didn't have
Ooh, I
more
can
than
get- I can guess
45
them.
minutes. That didn't have more than 45 minutes to start adapting not only to this game but to this league, to the pace, to the play style, to the tempo, to everything in general. Like that's almost pretty much half your squad.
9 from the starting lineup.
Yeah. So the official nine SDFC players made their official MLS debuts, including defender Patty McNair, defender Willie. They didn't put their last name. They just go by Willie.
Yeah, he goes by
He goes
Willie.
by Willie. Willie, midfielder Yepes Ferskov, midfielder Alejandro Alvarado Jr., midfielder Luca de la Torre, so not starters.
Okay.
Midfielder Oni Valacari, forward Andrew Strayers, forward Marcus Invarson, forward Irving and Chucky Lozano. So, I mean, even from there, like you have most starters that are important, that were the best eventually in the game, feeling out their entire life in MLS in those first 45 minutes. Not that SDF Galaxy was really asking too much of them, because they were also kind of like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, it's 2 dogs
Hey,
that have a fence separating them. They're just kind of smelling each other. Like,
that starting
They're
lineup
just-
only has 3 like Americans.
they are very international.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very diverse team, and I'm all for it. I mean, what better way to have you represent San Diego, just players with different nationalities, right? But yeah, so anything else on the fancy stat sheet you have, Tony?
I mean, there is other stuff on this fancy stat. What? Oh, hey, hey. I mean, today's 2-0 win was also marked as was a clean sheet for CJ Dos Santos. His first ever clean sheet in MLS.
Yeah, it was.
SDFC's backline anchored by center back Chris McVeigh and Patrick McNair also helped secure the club's first ever. It's the first ever everything SDFC.
Remember when we
um,
would do that for San Diego Loyal? Like,
SDFC.
hey, this
midfielder,
was
yeah.
their first ever corner kick,
Okay,
first ever own goal.
They did have a corner.
I'll go
kick.
through this. This is all breaking news, I guess. All right. So midfielder Yepes Ferskov wore the first ever captain's armband in club history. Oh, here we go. Here's a new one. SDFC head coach Mikey Vadas recorded his first ever win as a first team head coach.
Yeah.
SDFC forward Anders Dreyer's goal in the 52nd minute was the first ever goal in San Diego FC history.
Yeah.
With a 2-0 road victory over LA Galaxy, San Diego FC became the second MLS expansion team to win their inaugural match since 2019, joining St. Louis City SC in 2023. Rather redundant, because the next point is San Diego FC became just the third MLS expansion team out of 10 total to win their first inaugural match since 2017, joining LAFC in 2018 and St. Louis City SC in 2023. San Diego FC made it its official debut in the 30th year of MLS as a 30th franchise with their win over MLS reigning defending champions LA Galaxy. These are all facts. I'm spitting right now. San Diego FC ended the Galaxy's undefeated streak at home, becoming the first ever MLS team to defeat them at Dignity Health Sports Park since October 21st, 2023. Keep it going, says SDFC forwards Irving Chucky Lozano and Thomas Angel each recorded their first ever MLS assists. 2 SDFC players made their professional debuts, including defender Ian Pilcher and midfielder and San Diego native Alejandro Alvarado Jr.
I think that's all.
Mas? I'm sure there's going to be so
First
many
brace
of those.
ever, too.
First brace ever.
First.
Like,
I was speaking to somebody within the club, and they came up to me because they worked at Lloyd, and they were like, "Shit, man! Like, they did the math. They're like, it's been a year and so months since my last match day. I'm like, yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Everybody was in preseason mode. Like everybody's coming up. Everybody's first went around after high five the team, the photographers. Again, it's really a team aspect, man. Like
First
it's
yellow
really
card.
cool. First.
It was Anibal Godoy, right? Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, because
And Franco
that
Negri.
is exactly. Those are the two that I would expect to get a yellow card. Now, I would
100%.
hope
100%.
to get the yellow cards.
You know
out
who's
of
going
the
to be
way.
the first red card for San Diego FC? Franco Negri.
But unless Andres Reyes comes in, Andres Reyes is going to come in whenever he's healthy and ready to go. And
Yeah,
his
he's a
first game
wild
is going to
card.
get a red card.
I can see that.
Dreyer had like a tackle that almost could have been yellow card.
Yeah.
Too. I don't know if you guys saw that.
There was a player, I forgot in which, I think is the Portland Timbers match, that did a very similar foul to the one that Godoy did before the half, that he got red carded early in the game as well as the last man. But different circumstances here. But again, so the game goes on. First half. Anything else we need to cover in the first half?
No, like literally, if you look at the highlight package,
It's mainly all second half.
it's mainly all second half. Like the game starts, and there's this 45th minute nothing burger of a set piece.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So second half action. Again, we saw, but let's hear some of this audio.
120 miles from San Diego to LA. Oh, it's given away. What a chance! The first goal for San Diego FC.
Honestly, it was insane because I was watching this from home, right? And I see the mistake, and I'm like, "Oh shoot!" Oh, and my girlfriend was watching with me too.
Oh, jinkies.
I mean, dije, no mames.
Gee willikers,
and they score, and I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's actually happening." Like they scored, they're up.
Yeah.
I saw on social media a lot of teams struggled playing out the back.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that first game rust, right? Any excuse that Galaxy had, whether it was there were 5 starters from the last championship game in this game, San Diego FC hadn't played a single game together in literally over a month and a half in the past. Like, so I think San Diego overall just played an excellent game. Abe, you told me something. LA Galaxy is losing this game more than San Diego FC was winning it. At the time, it was still 1-0.
Yeah, and when you make plays like that, it's something that's I've learned is kind of common in the MLS. A lot of the time, you'll see like the highlights when people are like kind of talking crap about the MLS, like look at these goalkeepers, and then they like make a play like that, and you're just like, ooh, that doesn't look great. But when you like make big mistakes like that, it's hard to say that you're like obviously you're winning the game, but it's not like through your own play, you know, like it was back and forth. And then even on that last goal there, it was kind of just because they were going all out, having everyone play forward at that point to just try and equalize, you know?
I will add to that. Yes, I agree, but to an extent, you have to take advantage of
Yeah.
the other team's mistakes, and that's how you win a lot of your soccer games in general. There are so many times where any other team, even San Diego, they could have missed this chance and they could have lost this game, and everyone would have pointed back to that play. Man, had they just scored that one giveaway,
Yeah.
you have to make them. Even if they're handed to you, you still have to make it, and that's what San Diego did. Chucky Lozano ended up intercepting the ball, passed it over to Anders Dreyer, and he finishes with his left.
So yeah, like again, the mistake here is you just put your defender, who's defenders are just troncos with their feet. Like they're not meant to be.
No, it's the goalkeeper, man. What are you supposed to do?
There's no reason the goalkeeper should have given like a little lob pass here.
No, 100%. No, hey. Yes, there's some responsibility here. Not the ideal place to put a ball.
But as a defender, there I will agree. Let the ball pass, and try to catch up to it or lose it, because now this happens.
How about we be a professional soccer player here?
100%.
Use our
I agree.
legs and
Like, doop-doo-doo.
okay. Well, now you have to foul the guy because he's in your box.
No, but he slipped.
Slips. That's literally like that was ages for the defender. ¿Cómo se llama este güey? Garces, yes. Just an eternity. My favorite part is Marcus and Varson right there.
Oh, the thing is,
So-
dude,
He's
the
offside.
thing is, he's offsides.
100%.
He's
but-
offsides.
But at no point is he
No, he doesn't. He does.
He's
smart.
not
He
involved.
Gets out of the play.
what gave that up is the fact that as soon as Chucky messes up here. As soon as Chucky turns upfield, the movement in Varson's head not of a striker, of an assist, of a false nine, is to first look behind him and recognize that there's somebody that's coming in. I'm clearly probably offsides, but as a playmaker in that spot, I have to be aware of who's around me. The best play for me is to just get the fuck out of the way. Even if there's nobody in there behind me, if I touch it, it's offside anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just see what I do. But that just slight head movement and realization of, hey, this is where it's the game awareness.
I agree. It's the experience he has.
100%.
Like you have a very young striker up on top. Like he most likely would have tried to get that goal for himself, right? Like you said, the awareness he has. He looks, he sees his Dreyer's in a better position, just gets out the way. And again, like props to him. This goal's also, he's part of this play as well. But yeah, Chucky gives a good pass and Dreyer just manages to finish that. I mean, had he missed that, oh man, this is what we meant with San Diego FC could either be a top team or one of the bottom teams.
Yeah, and again, I have to like LA Galaxy was the one that looked like the expansion team.
Yeah, no, they sure
100%.
did. They sure did. I caught myself so many times watching this game saying it's almost as if this team has played together for a while.
Yeah,
like they did have that bit of a chemistry. You could still tell it was a little off, but again, that confidence of I'm not gonna get that out of my mind. Just that confidence of driving the ball through the middle in between some midfielders and defenders, passing the ball in tight spaces where there shouldn't be. I saw someone, I think it was SDFC Fancast, just pointing out like shout out to this like ball boy back here, like being happy for San Diego. Like smiling, like yeah, they scored. Maybe he's a Galaxy hater and he like supports LAFC or something.
Hey,
Usually
but
the ball kids are just like, oh, mad. He just
did we just cost this kid his job?
Nah, maybe he's a Chucky fan too. He's like Chucky got an assist.
Yay!
There are a lot of those in LA.
Yeah. So
any other stats there, Stats Master?
Yeah, so this is the first goal, assisted by Irving Chucky Lozano, 1-0. Andrews drives in the 52nd minute. It was 77 degrees on this fantastic Sunday night soccer.
I like 77 degrees. I want to go out and just like
that was a
feel it.
77 degrees.
It's like when somebody says yum about somebody, like
yummy.
About food or like somebody.
Somebody.
That's disgusting. I would never do
different.
that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anyone that's new to the show, this is part
weird.
of it.
We get
This
into
is part of
weird
it.
tangents and stuff.
Anyways,
Tony's
okay.
staring at me weird.
Chucky gets
like
the
he wants
first
to say yum.
assist. Dre gets the first goal. Everyone's going crazy. There's still 40 minutes left in this game.
Yeah. So now it's the okay. Well, when's this tie going to happen? When is Galaxy going to start unleashing and come back? And then
I will say I did predict that San Diego FC would score the first game and first goal in this match. I even said that they would go up to 0 in this match. And then my own prediction was that CJ Dos Santos would make a costly mistake.
It was the opposite
Like,
that happened.
no,
The Galaxy goalkeeper made a big mistake.
With this style of play, though, this is the mistakes that Galaxy made as what like a beautiful, great save here by the goalkeeper Mikovic. Again, one of the chances that SDFC also had to really wear down Galaxy. Just a beautiful, beautiful weighted pass and a one-handed effort right there. It's the fact that look, they're not. You see, Chucky is just not match fit. Right? That's
The thing is, this game could have been 4-0.
it. Could have. It very well
some
could
saves
have.
from this goalkeeper. It could have also been 2-2. Had CJ Dos Santos not made 2 of his saves.
But what I was trying to say is like the mistakes that you saw Galaxy make are the mistakes that SDFC is prone to, because that's the style. That's the exact style of play that you're proposing, playing out the back, being dangerous with it, and just building slowly. Like this is exactly how SDFC is going to win games, and exactly how they're going to lose games. Because they're not going to stray away from the CJ Dos Santos again having a couple of good stops. Miguel Perry.
So
I was like,
okay,
man,
let's talk about
San
it
Diego
because I saw
native.
Miguel Berry coming on and I said,
San Diego native.
wouldn't that be a story
Wouldn't it be
where
nice?
the San Diego native, the ex-San Diego loyal striker, comes into this match and plays spoilers for San Diego FC, a team that a lot of people, and they did, kill San Diego loyal.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been quite a story that I feel like a lot of loyal fans that are still kind of not on track with San Diego FC would have kind of smiled at.
Yeah.
And again, it didn't happen. There was one play when Miguel Berry got a shot off, and CJ Dos Santos was standing at the right place at the right time, and he made that block. And at a certain point in this second half, you could tell the team started to get a little tired.
Yeah. Again, not match fit. This team is not 100% mid-season form at all. To have a 2-0 performance at the end is literally everything going right. Again, a credit to the supporters section because they were loud. I want to believe they had something to do with it because there were moments where Galaxy support was kind of wavering and wasn't as loud. And I think a lot of the people that were up there in the supporters union had that conditioning, and much like some of the players on SDFC side had that conditioning, that extra gear. Again, Anders Dreyers, the final goal, that's just a guy who's been playing his whole life, exhausting himself in Europe. Like, he has that capacity to just keep going and make a full length of the pitch play, not only setting somebody up, but getting set up and finishing that way. But there was more between here and there.
Yeah,
I also want to sorry, go ahead.
He played the full like 90 in stoppage, right?
Yeah, no, he did. He
Yeah,
didn't get
that's-
subbed off. San Diego FC, like, yes, a lot of the players are not 100%. Mikey Varas still only made 2 substitutions at the 63rd minute, right?
Yeah.
Willie Comado came in after having 1-2 training sessions with the club.
One. Literally one.
When Willie Comado came on, Loverson went over to the left back position. By the way, that was probably my biggest critique there. Loverson was already tired, and then you move him to the side where Galaxy's best player, Gabriel Peck, is playing. Like, he's fast, he can take in, he has a good left foot as well, kind of like the Anders Dreyer vibe, right? Look at me comparing MLS players, right? There was one moment where Peck got behind Loverson, and he made a pass, and the defense managed to clear it out. Might have been here, actually. Tony's so good at this. But yeah, so then Mikey Varas went on to make some more substitutions at the 83rd minute. He brought in Alvarado for Godoy, Thomas Angel for Chucky Lozano, and Ian Pilcher for Lovelcent. I got a little nervous when Ian Pilcher came on. He didn't have the best Coachella Invitational preseason. Still a rookie, but he got the job done. His job was to clear the ball whenever he got it, and he did just that.
Yeah, and it wasn't a fearful San Diego FC that was going and being tepid and timid with LA Galaxy and what they were asking of them, because they were tested. I'm not gonna lie, like, there were moments where I'm like, okay, here's that momentum shifter. Here's how this is gonna really pan out. And
do you guys feel like Mikey Varas at some point parked the bus?
No.
I don't think so, right?
But Galaxy definitely were on the front foot, and at least for that last 10-15 minutes, I thought they were going to get an equalizer.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt that way, but he didn't take out an attacking player for a defender and added extra defense. Like, all his subs were literally man for man, position for position, essentially. So props to Mikey Varas as a first-time rookie coach, you can call it, right? He didn't panic. He didn't say, hey, I'm going to take out Invaxton and throw in Ian Pilcher back there and just have a 3 center back line with the fullbacks as well. So he didn't do that. He didn't panic. He stayed to his game plan, and honestly, it paid off. They ended up scoring a second goal.
And this is off of another attack from LA Galaxy and really just throwing everything at SDFC. And, you know, even again, at this point, I'm almost agreeing with you, Abe, of like LA Galaxy lost this game, right? This should have been a tie. It's one mistake, it's one error. So you essentially lost this game for yourself if that's going to be the difference of it. But in comes the newest star in MLS, San Diego Punto Futbol's Grade of the Week, which I was telling Chiva, I missed my opportunity to do the Joe Corona. Hey, Anders, congratulations. You just won San Diego Punto Futbol's Goal of the Week and you're the Grade of the Week. How do you feel?
Of all the players to do that to, there's just no way he would have.
Huh?
He'd,
What?
what?
But if we keep doing it, guys, this whole season,
100%.
at one point they're gonna be like,
I
"Yes,
want
got
to.
it."
Okay, that's the goal. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys that are supporting us, retweeting, following on Blue Sky.
We have to
Following,
make a social media
subscribing.
post about it.
Like, let's get a player to be proud to be San Diego Punto Futbol's goal or great of the week.
They gotta like watch the show in order for that.
People within the building are watching the show right now.
We were on the TV before.
This
right?
is the show that the
Shout out Tyler
insiders watch for San Diego FC.
Yeah,
Así te lo pongo.
yeah.
Two balls and a mic, 265 weeks in a row. Not the
Why,
whole time,
quién sabe, but I'm
but
down.
this is the show that insiders watch for their soccer and SDFC and San Diego Wave coverage.
That's crazy.
I mean, else.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Tomas Angel comes on 1 minute, 2 minutes after, right before this play, by the way. He had a like one-on-one breakthrough for a chance to kind of like extend the lead to 0, and he kind of panics a bit and he feels like he's gonna get closed off, so he sees a chance to take a shot. He takes it. Miados de disparo. Like it just
Word of the day.
not a good shot at all.
Yeah, no.
What's the display? No, this is the goal.
Yeah, so then this is going to be the goal. Let's start it right as soon as it starts. Get some sound in here because also guys, congratulations, good job, Adrian, Darren, Adrian, doing the radio version of this. Darren, part of one of our guests who's usurped Abe in that chair.
Darren Smith has like been at this for like years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Good for him.
It was
really
good.
Cool.
It was good catching up with him, just because he was telling me like, "Hey man, like this is not what I do. I'm a radio guy," and I was just like, "No, but you know what you're doing." Like me with Craig up in the Soccers, like I'm doing this next to Craig, but you're Darren's. Like you got this, dude. Like I don't know, like you'll be fine. Like no, he did fantastic.
Tony fangirled over Darren Smith at the first ever loyal kit reveal party. Like literally, we don't know anyone. Tony sees Darren Smith. He's like, "Shiva, that's Darren Smith." I'm like, "Who the fuck is Darren Smith?" Like, I don't follow like anything. He's like, "Nah, dude, like that's my first interview. Like, come on, phone mics and everything." He's gonna pull up. Hell yeah, there we go.
Jesus Christ!
There's no way.
Yeah.
See how quick that was? See how quick that was?
Oh man, good times. Look at that. Look at that.
Smith, host of On Extra
You both look so young.
MC for tonight's event.
These two are the kings of soccer in San Diego.
Well, I'll tell you, these guys, everything has been done so well by them, which is really impressive in such a short amount of time, right?
Just David Bowie in the back. An airplane is going to interrupt us in a couple minutes. He spoke. That was that. He was the MC for the fucking
event.
lifetime ago, guys.
Yeah.
I was there. What happened with Jordan Caruth? He went to a better place.
He has a great job.
He
being a
works at
fan.
MLB The
now.
Show, bro. He
Yeah.
works at MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he
makes the game.
He's the guy that tells Matt we used to be Matt Vasgersian.
I think it's Boog Xiaobi now.
Yeah. He pretty much writes what he reads. Shout out to SDFC. Hey, you changed your tune from America. SDFC. It's all about SDFC.
Wow, I
I'll
like
put
that.
you on more if you talk more about SDFC. They're the kings. Then what does that make Craig? He is the
Emperor.
Thank you for saying. I was not gonna say that, and I was gonna. It's another title which starts with the F.
Father.
a Deutsch, from Deutschland.
I have no idea.
Great. Anyway, great job by
guy.
everybody. But here is the call of the second goal for SDFC.
Cleared away by Angel. Now Dreyer into space,
What a
looking
ball.
for Angel. Perfect ball to Thomas Angel. Isolated with Peck. Angel.
Oh.
Dreyer!
Like that pass. To Dreyer. Like that. That's what the thing here. Like, yes, Dreyer's pass right here was great, but the patience to find the right moment, knowing that Dreyer's coming over from the right side, putting that little curve on that pass, phenomenal.
Yeah. And it sounded like an SDFC home game when they scored. Like you often hear like the away section a little bit. You hear like, oh, it got a little loud, and it gets kind of quiet in the stadium. But it
Dude.
sounded like an SDFC home game.
There's Galaxy fans that are from San Diego, and you just know they were like, that's a great goal. Like, yes, San Diego won. At least I'm talking about you.
You want to know something that's cool that San Diego fans, as again, like Matt is, presidente of the Riptides. This was even crazier in the stands, 100%. If they heard us at that goal, I'm pretty sure that they did. Like, it was so many, just it was really crazy. At this point, it was towards the end of the game, so I made my way from the corner all the way into the press room just so I can be there early and to just be in a good spot
You almost missed it.
for the post-match conference. No, I saw on the Pilin shot by Tomas Angel. I was like, what are you doing? Like, just go to the corner. Like, waste time. Like, what are you doing? No, absolute scenes in the stands. Again, let us know how you feel. This is why we need to set up that phone line, because you'll tell us how you feel when we play it here. You can see Uncle run super excited after that assist. Again, it was a fantastic play through and through. At this point, before the Tomas Angel, before I got to the press box, before I made my way, 10 minutes in, drove of LA Galaxy fans already heading to the exit. It was 1-0. Like, they tapped out. They tapped out.
That LA traffic is something else too.
It was fine when I left at 10:30.
No, we get
4 hours after the
lucky
game ended.
not having to deal with, like, we get really early to Snapdragon too. I know leaving and entering Snapdragon can be this like hell a lot of the time. So just they got to figure out how.
By
to
the
do
way,
it.
LA Galaxy fans were throwing trash at Dreyer after that second goal too.
Really?
On that corner, yeah.
First ever San Diego FC, whatever nickname, just moniker. Do we call Dreyer Dane time? Now?
Dane time. Oh, for
Damian Lillard, but he's Danish.
No, I like this one better. La secadora.
¿Qué onda, mi Whirlpool?
El Dreyer, la secadora.
Right.
¿Qué onda, mi Maytag?
La Secadora is actually pretty good. You might be a little confused, but I think that's pretty cool.
All right, so trying to get a player to get San Diego Punto Football goal or grade of the week to be cheered for by them, and let's give San Diego Punto Football be responsible for a nickname for a player in the comment section. I think La Secadora, the Iceman,
Iceman.
Iceman.
See,
like
Iceman, Top Gun, like that's okay.
Okay.
I could see that. The Ice Cream Man.
Hey, some players have multiple nicknames.
The Great
so.
Dane was in the comment. It was Jake from earlier. The Great Dane. I love
that.
this.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I
So
love this.
I mean, okay, the game ends. Everything's going crazy. Like everyone's kind of soaking it in. Like, wow, last week, I told y'all, okay, what if it does happen where San Diego wins? And we all kind of had that reaction, like, then it happened. Like, well, like, that's not anything can happen. But everyone was very like kind of not negative, but like realistic, I guess, in a way, right? People were saying they were going to lose. All these media people putting San Diego FC in the bottom 3 of the rankings of the Western Conference. I gave them a 2-2 tie. Like that was me being really nice and thinking, okay, they're going to put up a fight. Like they can score goals. They showed that already. This just shocked everything. This changed everything. And not going to say that they're going to play like this every game of the season and that they're going to finish top of the table. But this is definitely not only important because it's your first game ever. This is 3 points on the road against a very tough team. This is going to matter down the line when it comes to just a 3-point, 4-point difference of making playoffs or not making playoffs. Like points on the road are so important in this league, and pulling 3 points at Dignity Health Sports Park, like that's a big accomplishment for any team.
Especially an inaugural team, especially a team that had so many question marks, especially a team that you didn't know what you were going to get, right? They lost 3-0, then they lost 3-1, then they won 6-0. And it's like, okay, well, which team are you going to get? And you kind of got a healthy medium here. Like you didn't get the team that scored 6 and had a clean sheet. You didn't get the team that lost. And, you were like, whoa, like this is looking kind of scary. And thank you for everybody getting involved. Dreyer's is also an ice cream again. That's the whole Dreyer's ice cream. Dreyer's.
Post game interview, Dreyer said we're gonna kill their party.
Yeah, no, he's really cool because you don't get that Eastern European of like just a solid, just like slab of a human being. That's like, tell me good morning.
Good morning.
What's so good about it? Like
He does. He's got that face.
Like that's like what's so
Like,
good?
what's so good about
so
it?
good
I only
about it?
scored
Like,
2. I could have scored 3.
how are you doing? Why do you care how am I doing? I
I-
don't care how you're doing. Why would I care for how you're doing? Like
The team
but
scored.
he's
I
in the
didn't
middle.
score. Like
Yeah.
that, he's not that type of player. He'll never like
But
acknowledge his own
he came
accomplishments.
in and killed their party.
Tony, you were there post game and
The
you got to talk to
fans-
everyone. Like, what was that like? I
Well,
mean,
look,
what was the setup like?
this was the moment. Where to go? I'm not sharing. Share this one instead. Boom. This was the moment. And the UFC won. Going absolutely insane. And right there. This for me, again, covering the team, definitely not a fan. I'm not a fan of the team. Keep it professional.
Yeah, none of us are fans. Yeah, we
it's a
can
press
be
conference.
excited about like how they performed and all that, but none of us are like actually fans.
But this is a 2-0 that I can finally get behind. This is a 2-0 that doesn't feel.
Look, I mean, we can talk a little bit about it. Like, there's a reason why we don't kind of like announce our fandom for the team. Obviously, we all
Announce.
live in San Diego, but
I'd like to announce.
do we get excited when San Diego FC performs well and wins? Of course, because it
Hell yeah,
makes it
dude.
so much more interesting to talk about it on Mondays. It's so much more interesting to ask positive questions in the media availability. So, and again, like, there's so many people that I know just from my life sharing the results on their social media. Like, they watched the game, they said, hey, like, this is cool. Like, they beat LA, like they won. Like, I know people that have season tickets, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you've never watched a single MLS game, and this is why, because they didn't have it.
Yeah, I had a friend from high school that was like a huge Liverpool fan and was also here with the banda. And I've actually had a few friends in the banda there that are just like, I'd never talked to them about soccer before, and then now all of a sudden it's like completely all in, and that's like something that only MLS can bring. I think there are plenty of like options also for San Diego soccer. I mean, you have the soccer, you have the wave, and it's gonna just grow soccer all around, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, like, again, Tony, you were there post game. Like, how were those conversations? What did you get out of like Mikey Vada's message post game? What did you get out of talking to Chucky? What did you get Dreyer, Yepe, the captain?
So
like,
actually, it was very interesting because, you know, I went over
For
and
the audio listeners, Tony just brought up a
a
bag.
bag, which says
L-
just LA.
oh,
LA
you got us some
Galaxy.
Herbalife?
And so provided by LA Galaxy. And actually, it came with our pal, Pentagol.
Ooh.
Season greetings. But with it, San Diego FC actually gave him a pretty good present for it. And San Diego FC said, hey, here's your L. Hold it. That's the bit. That's literally the bit. That's the bit.
That was
You've done
fantastic.
better.
That was cool. That was cool.
Anyway.
I like it. Way to stick with it.
It's the dumbest show.
Thank you for everyone that's sticking by and watching all of this. You're awesome for that.
Subscribe, people.
Like, share,
I
subscribe.
put on the San Diego FC Facebook group. It's a cool, healthy Facebook group and pretty serious stuff. And it's good to see. Shout out again to the SDFC Bros, to the SDFC Fancast. Shout out to Terrible Padre, San Diego FC memes. Shout out to everybody involved. Esteban, Brandon, all the creators that have been through that weren't flown in through LA. And again, this is something that I want to be absolutely picture perfectly clear. San Diego came out, and San Diego really represented soccer well. It doesn't matter if people didn't know the songs by the beginning of this or just kind of they got it together. And I couldn't be prouder to have been. I am represented by San Diego because I wear San Diego too. I wear San Diego Punto Futbol. I wear the name. I'm proud from here, but I was proud.
Fucking red here.
Fucking red here. I was proud of these people.
Hey,
Shout out to them.
and you owe to these people to given the best quality content. And by the way, people want to know, Tony, what was the food in the press box? And that this is something that we like to talk about. This is something that we would like to share with everyone. What was in that press box, Tony?
I'll share really quick while Tony drinks his tea that last time I was there, it was for the Women's Gold Cup about like a year ago, and they literally gave us peanuts. They gave it, it was CONCACAF. They specifically treated us differently. They didn't give us parking for free. We found a way around that, but like they literally gave us like cups of peanuts.
Yeah, like literal.
I got pretzels.
You got pretzels. Yeah. Here in Snapdragon, they gave us like chips and guac, right?
That was better. Yeah. Tony, what was there to eat?
They were like, okay, so it's a fridge full of sodas and waters. So coffee, and then no Splenda. They have everything that's not Splenda, the blue packet. Then they had potato salad, coleslaw, macaroni salad.
A lot of carbs.
It's almost the same thing. Macaroni and cheese and pulled pork. Pulled pork was pretty good. I tried a little bit of everything.
Better than the food at Snapdragon?
No, absolutely not. Snapdragon Stadium is dominant. It's stuff alpha. It's
the best food I've ever had.
The chefcito, the chef person.
Press box.
No contender. Just we'll go. Yeah, that's like that's exactly what they're so like, jolly.
Only the three of us and Francisco maybe will get that joke.
Oh yeah,
but like that guy does just walk around like that.
He's so happy with the food that he's prepared for us.
That guy's so.
And then I get sad at some point because I'm like, it's only three of us, and I'm only drinking shakes now. That's why I'm skinny. Sorry.
Pero luego llego yo y le saca la birria.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. CONCACAF and gave you the Cholo special. I love that.
Las papitas. Ya ni dan papitas.
All right, so yeah, and again, cool mementos like that. I do something that I'm gonna keep for me is the first ever just media packet of.
I keep all the media guides that I've gotten.
Like this one. This one's cool. This one is special to me for a lot of ways. It was cool. Got recognized by a lot of LA people. I was telling him. Not just for the shirt, like, hey, 2 balls and a mic from the security guys.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, hey, you were on because we did 1,000 podcasts last week.
Yeah.
And
honestly, here
got hooked up with some grass.
That's pretty cool.
You know, some
de la buena, orgánicos, ahí está su zacate.
Los orgánicos con marihuanos, chivatos, afufos. Oh, look, that goes now. That's where it's gonna stay.
Saca la hierbita.
It's gonna stay.
Hey, there you go. Do we want to hear some sound from post game, Tony?
No, we're good.
Anyway,
we can. We're kind of been going along, right? Don't we have people coming on?
No, 100%.
9:40. Yeah, 9:45. We're gonna dive into some San Diego Wave. So before we kind of like dive into that, like you can check out our YouTube channel for all sounds post game. Tony, I don't know if you want to share a little bit, but I also want to dive in a little bit to the game that's happening this Saturday. It's going to be San Diego FC's first game ever at home. This is going to be probably the biggest event in San Diego soccer in MLS, I guess, right? Like, it's what's more important, their first game ever or the first home game?
I think people will remember the first home game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Like, no matter what the result is, the energy when like I'm sure there's gonna be like a flyover and just like crazy national anthem and just complete like loud and insanity that I think it's fair to say that we can expect, and like this will be a day to remember. I really hope we get credentialed for it.
I hope
Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. Get there or be squared. 7:30 p.m. 2025 MLS regular season SDFC inaugural home opener. San Diego FC versus St. Louis City SC at Snapdragon Stadium. Be there or be square. Pay $50 for parking. Take the trolley.
All right, and they're playing against St. Louis. Something we can tell you about St. Louis is that ex-San Diego Loyal defender Josh Yarrow is the starter of that team. St. Louis plays with the 3 center back line. So
one time I heard he was joining, but he's not.
They tied their first game 0-0. So again, like I think San Diego FC is kind of coming off that high of winning their first game ever, and they're gonna try to win their second game. Do we want to do some predictions?
I think
Ooh,
it will
it's
be.
time. Like we can talk about this, guys. Like, there's a game this weekend.
We can actually keep track too. It's still early enough that we can keep track of all of our
Ooh.
predictions.
Let's do it.
Who do you
we
think?
gotta
yeah,
do something. We
we're
gotta
gonna
do
keep
something.
track.
We have to have a punishment. I would
Punishment
say
at the end of the season or like every week?
Every week.
okay.
Like,
that's-
well, okay, what is it? Is it like a who was like most wrong?
I think who was most? I think it's fair for us to do like
No,
end of the
'cause then-
season because every week things can change. It's weird. Like it's probably not going to be right because there's always like you can win, lose, or draw. So I think at the end of the season we'll tally up all the points and then we'll have like a major punishment for one of them. If you guys have any ideas in the chat,
major punishment. I mean, hot sauce is always cool.
hot sauce. That's
Like that's
lazy.
like a weekly thing. Like, oh, hey, do the, and then you gotta
to do the podcast though. That's because then what if like I'm just like one of us is coughing or something?
It'll clear your sinuses up. It'll clear everything up.
I don't want you coughing on me during the
I'm more of a
podcast.
wheezing.
All right. I'm just making a Google sheet just to keep track.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay. Starting now.
Predictions. Tony, we're gonna start with you.
Predictions for what the Urban Legend is saying. This is going to be the biggest San Diego soccer event ever. We finally have a team. 35K will be there, and the barra will be loud. Absolutely.
I honestly think
Telling it's gonna be
it's
insane.
hard to ever beat the Waves event just because that was the first soccer game ever
Mhm.
at Snapdragon and one of like the biggest women's soccer events in the country ever, which is just was insane. And this will be crazier for sure. But like we've experienced soccer in San Diego here at Snapdragon.
I may have a take after the Yakuza and their ninja bikes pass by my house. There's going to be some debate here, or not.
Is this my take that I told? Are you taking credit for my fucking take right now? Are you
I
taking? Oh yeah, yeah. He's taking
think
credit for
what-
my take.
I think.
Let's hear it,
Abe,
Tony.
in my humble estimation,
Culero.
in talking of, not just take it, well, because you're too busy doing whatever the fuck.
San Diego FC win 2-1. That's what I got. Anyways,
That take.
what's the take?
well, that's a transitional take here. Yeah, that'll transition into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
With any case, I do think that San Diego FC will concede. They will concede a goal here against St. Louis. St. Louis play a 3-5-2, a power offense in the midfield as well, trying to overload that midfield and really just try to attack from the wings inside. And this can definitely have just ramifications and a test for San Diego FC that's still not necessarily completely match fit, a team that is still building. Again, fantastic, great start. It's no notes, like best case scenario. But I do think that they will concede in a 2-1 victory. San Diego FC
All right.
wins 2-1.
Actually, can I switch mine real quick?
Sure.
I said 2-1. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. All
Yeah.
right. I'm not gonna go with a loss for San Diego. I don't think they lose this game. I think they kind of feed off that momentum. I do think they're gonna get scored on, but I do think they're going to score a good amount of goals. I think they're gonna win 3-1.
Shout out Jake asking for a tailgate. This is the place to ask. Supporter section. Take care of Jake, please, from State Farm, unless you're Geico or like Flo from Progressive for all the completely wrong reasons. Tattoo punishment. Oh shit.
No.
End of the season.
End of my life.
Gets the San Diego FC crest tag.
I can't.
Oh my god.
I would never agree.
Only if
Oh, so you're not
our
gonna win.
listeners
Got
and
it.
viewers
tattooed.
pay for it.
Well, I'll just go on Friday the 13th and get a free one of that. It's just a
Oh.
shitty.
No. That gets the little SD.
What if we do like 24 hours at a soccer? You have to spend like complete 24 hours.
Do you want me to have the greatest 24 hours ever?
No, but you have to like sleep there.
Do you
like,
want me to have
every
the
game?
great...
10-0 San Diego. 10-0 San Diego gets them all wrong.
Ooh, I like that. Something like that where, well, it's weird because I was gonna say like there's challenges where it's like you can't leave the pitch until you score 100 penalties, until you hit the crossbar 50 times, and you have to have like challenges.
Hey,
and you have
Brandon
to
and
stay there.
Esteban, if you're down, like loser of this has to just take you all one-on-one and score.
Oh, I'm gonna do that this Friday on February 28th at
Ooh.
Borderview Family YMCA for the YMCA Charity Cup match that's happening. So,
All right. So
What if you have to dribble a ball like walking from here all the way to Snapdragon Stadium?
That's a lot.
How many miles is it from here to Snapdragon Stadium?
It's like 15,
15? So,
15, 17.
you can walk, but you have to dribble a soccer ball all the way walking from here to Snapdragon Stadium.
Okay, now we're talking Forrest Gump. Like, I need some sponsors. I need
I'm
a
sure
charity.
the fans would
Solidarity
walk by.
walk.
That'd be pretty cool.
But yeah,
no?
but Chivo, you're saying no because you're incapable of this.
I could do it.
No, you can't.
Walking all the way to Snapdragon?
Nope.
Yeah, you could.
Nope.
You walk like 15 miles when you go to
And you
Disneyland.
have to start here, by the way.
From the garage. Got
Yeah.
it.
You have
Yeah.
to start here.
You're saying like if I'm gonna lose, you're talking to fucking Chivadamas here, bitch.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like no
You're actually-
trolley
you're actually-
allowed. You're
The
You're
not.
actually
fuck?
you're actually pretty good at
The
predictions.
fuck?
1-0 says KS Silver Joker. 3-0 by Matt. Yeah, no, Frontera will bring all the. Hey, this is
I have
your
grades
show.
for the players if anyone wants to hear them.
Grades for the players.
Yeah.
All right.
Like just like A, B, C, D type of grading scale. I mean, we have a little bit,
Okay.
little bit,
Little
of time,
bits
right?
of time.
Let us know in the chat what you guys think. CJ Dos Santos, what would you all grade CJ? I gave him a B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C plus.
C
plus. Like
you got
there
a
was-
clean sheet.
It's a clean sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Clean sheet's a B
but
no matter what.
Yeah, clean sheet's a B no matter what.
He made a save. He made a save with the Miguel Berry shot. That was his one chance. He
The
punched out the
reason-
set piece. That was really good. I
The
was
reason
surprised
it's
by
yeah,
that.
the reason it's not an A is because I still didn't see that leadership or him leading that back line. He did come off a corner kick. He came out with confidence. He punched it out. It's a B plus. Solid performance.
he didn't get tested.
He did a couple times.
19 miles, by the way, walking.
Oh, we got people saying A. Some people are saying C. Solid B.
Okay.
All right.
I think a C plus only because again he wasn't tested enough for me. Yeah, he got a clean sheet, almost at a B, but just
Tony,
getting
you get a
sheet-
clean sheet and you're gonna say that was the best game of your life, and you're gonna give yourself an A plus.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you were the goalkeeper.
100% because I'm that good.
So B plus. I gave him a B plus. Let us know. Jasper Luffelsend. I gave him a B. I think he had an all right match. He had pretty good. Like he got beat up from the back a couple times.
mhm.
So I give him a B. I don't know if you all agree with that or what grades would you guys get?
I think
B minus, I think.
yeah, I think that's just the B minus. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
the
there
the
are the
argument there.
chances that he did mess up.
Yeah.
there.
Shock McVay along with Patty McNair. I gave them both an A.
Yeah.
I thought the
Yeah.
center back duo won a lot of like crosses. They won a lot of balls in the air. They kind of like solidified that center back duo. I gave them both an A.
Okay.
When it comes to Franco Negri,
I'll agree with you there.
I gave him a B plus. I thought he was great aggressively. I thought he helped out Chucky Lozano a lot. He did get that reckless foul, got a yellow card, but he's a player that when he's fully fit, he's going to be a key player on that wing, helping out Chucky Lozano a lot. So I gave him a B plus.
Talking about walking, somebody's talking about Alpine or Snapdragon. I know, was it Mud who did that?
Yeah,
or
Mud.
Darn,
He didn't really
Darcy?
do it.
He didn't really
like,
do it.
faked it.
Yeah.
But I
And then
think
we would have to do it. Like I'd have to
we-
live stream the whole thing. I'd be again some Forrest Gump shit. Like,
Dude,
"Why-
I think that would
why
be
are
a
you
lot of
running?"
fun.
I just like to run.
We could have like some of it. We could be doing the podcast here while the other person is just walking. We have a live like shot of just them going. We don't have that much.
7-hour
production.
podcast. I'm down. Can't wait to
Yeah.
see the first San Diego Tifo. Yeah, that's gonna be very
Oh,
exciting.
I didn't even think about that.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be yeah. By the way, I liked LAFC's Tifo, the firefighters. That should
Yeah.
look dope.
Oh
That should
yeah.
look
LA
Yeah,
Galaxy,
fun-
by the way, got to be careful.
What?
There's LA Galaxy.
Oh no. I'm talking about LAFC's.
Oh,
It wasn't in
yeah,
his match.
yeah.
Like, they did the firefighters. That shit was dope. LA Galaxy did the Ricky Puig with the trophy and all
Yeah.
that. Like, Jepe, A minus. I thought he was a great leader. He did lose a couple balls. So I give him an A minus, but it's still solid performance. Anibal Godoy, also an A. I think he was probably the best midfielder of the match. He had a very high pass percentage. Abe, I don't know if you agree. He kind of like looked a little like
yeah. No, I agree. That's a good.
okay.
It's good.
Tony. Ooh.
Who we talking about?
Yepe and Anibal.
Yepe and
Luca
An-
also got an A, by the way. Like
Yeah.
the midfielder just got an A overall.
Yeah, it's a solid performance. Like to again, if I'm not saying that CJ deserved a B because he wasn't tested, there's a reason he wasn't tested. It wasn't necessarily all because of the center backs, because It's a team effort. The midfield did well. Both sides. Luka dominated. Again, not being very matched. You can see why he's a true center mid, going both ways. And that's a position. You're running the most. Anibal doing his enforcer thing, and Yep is still trying to have that DNA implanted and really teach everybody the beat that he wants everybody to go to. Triple A.
All right.
I think I'm there too.
Irving Chucky Lozano, B-. That's me being
Yeah.
nice because he
Yeah.
got the assist.
Yeah,
I'd
that
say a
assist
B.
puts him over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if he didn't get an assist, I would have put him at a C. That assist helped him a little bit stats wise. I think he had a good overall a pretty all right performance. It wasn't the best Chucky that everyone's hoping to see. So I gave him a B-. Anders Dreyer, A+.
A plus.
A+, without a doubt.
A+. Yeah,
Without a doubt.
100%.
Best player this week in all of MLS. So
I think I'd just say A, just because that first half he was kind of just not there.
okay. That's fair.
Nobody was there though.
Nobody was there.
Nobody was there.
They were making stuff happen on the left side, though. I mean, Chucky had a few
Apparently scoring
chances.
2
Luka
goals
de
is
la
not
Torre
A+
had a
worthy.
Oh, you mean
I'm-
Chucky Lozano running into people?
yeah. It's still happening though. You're still having like you have the ball at your feet. I don't think Dreyer had the ball at his feet very much in that first half.
I did see a lot of off the ball movement, especially on the like it's my near side of that sideline where I had him, and he does have a really hard work rate. And then coming back, he did a lot more defensive work in the first half
Yeah.
than offensive. So I do have to just kind of give him that where he wasn't involved because nobody was involved in the team. Not even the offense was just non-existent for both sides. Like
Yeah.
it was a nothing burger of a half essentially. So, but the way that he resolved, the way that he did impact the game, the way that he did score a brace, the way that he, after having a full 90, was able to go the length of the field and match up with Tomas Angel, a 21-year-old who's still young and fresh legs, and keep up and not only connect with the pass, but the pass that connects him back to a good, fantastic goal with a great fit. Like, yeah.
Marcos
Hey.
Invartsen, C+. Closer to C. I think 619 just said like Invartsen did nothing because he got nothing. Yeah, there was a couple crosses that were a little too much that Chucky gave him. Again, he didn't get anything. He made that conscious decision of not touching the ball in Chucky's pass, which kind of like puts him on that C+ grading. But again, like he didn't get a lot of chances, and I did say that he's going to be one of the MLS top scorers, and I still believe that. I think he's going to be scoring a good amount of goals. But yeah, I gave ratings for bench players. I don't know if you guys want to hear those.
I mean, sure.
Willie Comado got a C+. Oni Valakari got a C. I mean, again, they kind of came in and did my grading scale. The way
See,
I mean,
C
like,
is passing. Yeah.
yeah, like if you came in and
C's
you
gonna
did your
reach.
job, you're gonna get a C.
Yeah.
Thomas Angel, B+.
There you go.
He got that assist. Like he did, he played great the 2 minutes that he played. Ian Pilcher came in and I gave him a B. I texted you guys something pretty funny. Like Ian Pilcher gave me those vibes of Loyal when they would throw in Morgan Hackworth in there. It's like, hey, run a little bit, and
You
never forget Morgan.
never
Hackworth
forget Morgan
right there.
Hackworth. That's his
I asked
game
him
worn
for
jersey.
that jersey, bench worn jersey.
You didn't ask for it.
He
He
didn't
gave
play.
it
That's
to him.
messed up. Why did you have to say bench one?
He didn't play. Stayed on the bench.
Some might say he's still retired on the bench.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
shout out Morgan Hackworth,
28 years old now.
newly
Nice.
engaged. Hey, somebody help Jake, please. he's Calamari did his job, and Angel too, 100%. The real question is, who will be the biggest rival, Carson or Skid Row FC? I mean, you haven't played LAFC yet, so
We'll
for
see.
right now, you gave a reason. I love Skid Row FC. You gave a reason to for LA to not like you.
Hey,
I like that.
I will
stadium.
say people are trying to put like San Jose Earthquakes as a potential rival as well. San Jose Earthquakes are top of the table right now. They won 4-0. They got new weapons. They're looking strong. So
Yeah,
I am
Bruce Arena
excited.
too,
Yeah,
like-
I'm excited to when they play the Earthquakes. Alejandro Alvarado, I gave him a C.
Mhm.
Kind of came on just to, again, fresh legs on that midfield. Mikey Varas gets an A. Like, I think his subs came in at the right time. He managed his game very well. And San Diego FC overall gets an A.
I think it's a performance. It's as good as a performance as you can ask for, and I I don't think that there's many more things that anybody on the pitch, on the soccer ops side, on any sort of side, could have asked more.
Can I say my take now?
Well, hold
Your
on.
take,
Okay.
yes.
Really
Yeah.
quickly
Woo.
before we move on, because this is a
Yeah.
big. We've been talking about
about some
SDFC for an hour and a half, and it warrants it because it's a huge moment. A huge
Yeah.
moment for San Diego sports. It's a huge moment for San Diego FC. It's a huge moment, honestly, for the three of us. Because again, like we're covering this. It's people are responding, people are engaging, people are commenting. We have Jake trying to find the community. I'll if you're out, I'll walk you over, Jake. Like hit
I
me
think
up.
the
I will
Riptides
walk you over.
The Riptides have a big one.
Yeah,
you can-
there's going to be a
you'll be able to
tailgate,
see it. Yeah.
essentially, in the purple lot. Find your local map.
It's like right off the freeway.
It's right off the freeway.
Not the freeway.
You can't miss
the
it.
trolley. I mean the trolley.
There's a really good, just again that row of tailgating that they have, the Independent Supporters Union. Just it's incredible what they're gonna have, and I'm really looking forward to it. So,
What was it called back in the loyal days? Because you couldn't call it a tailgate. What was it called?
the parking lot.
Lot.
Yes,
That's a good name.
it was A+ name. That's
Yeah.
for giving grades. A+. Look for the Barra 18 flag. Yeah, find the noise. Find if you're next to Barra 18, find the smell. No orgánicos. You'll like Bugs Bunny your way and through the scent wafting you.
Yeah,
towards
I
you.
have so many great memories of doing tailgates at Qualcomm.
You can
That's
smell the
something
Chucky
that
Kush.
I'm definitely gonna try and get there pretty early just to walk through and see what it's like because it's a big deal.
Hit me up, Jake. Just I will walk you over. Like again, like
You're gonna meet
I'm
Jake from
not
State
here
Farm.
for the
That's so
supporters section. I'm not here for this, but are they going to be selling drinks? Hey, figure this out in the chats, guys. You'll get out there. But if you see us out there, say hi, and we'll
Yeah.
probably put a camera next to you. Just kind of get the feel of that day because it's going to be another great experience this Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. What time the party starts? 2 hours before the match, but much earlier than that. So that's going to be very interesting, very cool. With that,
What's your
last thing
take?
here.
Oh,
Yes.
come on.
Oh
What
yeah.
do you say?
What's
What
the
do you
7-hour
say?
walk?
Yeah.
18.8 miles.
So let's agree before we welcome our guests and start talking.
Is this
San Diego
just
Wave.
SDFC predictions, or are we going to be doing wave predictions as well?
Well, that has to be different for Wave.
Yeah, no, I think
Something
this one's
else.
SDFC.
Plus, because the season started for SDFC,
Yeah.
like, and
Are
there
it-
was somebody else was saying like walk from the from Right to Dream to Snapdragon.
7-hour walk. Fuck, I'm down.
Right to dream. What if we really want to make it easier? We could always just do their global headquarters in Little Italy. If not, I don't
Do
think
the
that's
thing.
that bad, right?
Do the thing.
What?
What,
Are
the
you scared of a
global
7 hours now?
Well, I mean, I don't mean to be offensive to either of you two, but I've ran in the past. I've done half marathons in the past.
Oh, nos está diciendo gordo.
I'm a bit of a what you call run. I went for a run this morning. You can follow me on Strava if you like. Like this is
Fuck is Strava.
Strava is like honestly my favorite social media app. It's just where
I-
you post your like runs
I
and
prefer
exercises.
Stevia.
Hey, what was your prediction for this last game, Abe?
I predicted a 2-1 loss, I believe.
Tony, what did you predict?
2-1 victory.
No, you did.
No, you did.
No, I did for
No,
San
yeah,
Diego.
you
no,
did.
for this last
Oh,
week.
for this last one,
week.
3-1 loss.
Okay, so I would have won this first week. Just
Yeah, you
saying.
would have had we had the
Yeah.
stipulation starting
Yeah,
last week,
so
but we didn't. So that
I'm
doesn't
gonna
count.
win.
Yeah.
That
next
does today.
weekend.
The last week doesn't count.
Last week
No, I know. It
doesn't
doesn't count.
count.
It doesn't
Now
count.
the
Okay.
official bet starts. We have to walk from here, from the
No,
from the
Jake.
studio?
It needs to be absolutely insane the first time, so we learn our lesson to never do it again. That's the point, I think.
This would have to be at the end of the season too, right?
Yeah, end of the season, end of the year, rain, shine, or whatever.
We got to have one for Wave too. Then if
we
we're doing one
we
for,
will. The season starts. I think we can get Sean to give us maybe his take as far as what would be a good punishment for us for not getting the most predictions for the matches correctly.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit something.
Maybe you got to
more
walk
wholesome.
because it's the Wave. You got to walk along the beach all the way to their training facilities in Del Mar
from here.
from here.
This way.
you imagine that? I think that's probably worse. It's probably a longer walk.
And I can run far.
I haven't done it in a while. I'm not.
Oh, that
very-
wasn't you talking? Oh,
Yeah,
snap! That was you.
it. I thought I was saying
snap.
too.
That was pretty crazy.
But what's
All right,
your,
are we
what's your
shaking
weight
on it?
take?
Are we shaking on it? Like,
Okay, distance.
Okay, but how do you
from,
count the predictions though? Is it like if you get it right? Is it score you get it
It's
right?
get it right. It's get it right.
Win
It's-
like the
it's-
result or like the
how are
exact
we gonna
score?
know we're actually walking? Are we gonna follow each other on a
Yeah.
car?
Yeah, someone's gonna check in on a car. Yeah, and
No,
then
we
there
turn
can be
on- well,
fans walking with you too.
You turn on locations. Oh, now you're gonna share locations with me. Finally,
What?
it only took 5 years. Been asking.
What? Why would I share my
You like-
what?
You sound like
What?
yeah. Chivo was holding that in too.
Why
Like he's
would I
been thinking
hold my-
about that. Like he's been like, I
Tony
wanted your
never
location,
shares his
Tony.
location with me, and I
I
worry.
care about you. I'm worried about
I
you.
ain't trying to
Tony.
be a
Your safety.
flirt.
Chiva, that's how
Your safety
Chiva
worries
is.
me, man.
Okay, we need to get through this.
Okay.
Jesus. From the garage here.
Yeah.
Walking.
You
With-
can run a little too if you want.
You have to be dribbling.
Hey,
Can
you-
you pick
you-
up
you-
the
Oh, wait,
soccer
oh yeah,
ball?
you have to dribble.
Hey,
yeah.
you can have a sandwich.
I forgot about the
sometimes,
soccer.
all right?
I forgot about the ball.
Can you
You
pick
can
up
have
the
some-
soccer
you
ball
can-
with your hands for a little
You
bit?
can have some carbs.
You can
I'm a-
pick up the soccer ball, but you have to wear goalkeeper gloves.
Easy. Van a apestar las manos,
If you
but all
want
right.
to use your hands, you have to wear gloves.
All right, I like that.
All right,
Okay,
let's do it. Shake on it.
to Snapdragon Stadium.
Two Snapdragon.
Oh, to
Stadium.
Snapdragon Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shake it.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake
All
it.
right, cool.
All right, time for my take.
Yeah.
Before we dive into our Call of the Sirens.
Because it's actually very relevant.
it is very relevant. All right. I will say this. San Diego Wave, 3 years ago, they started their first game ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They won the first game ever, 4 goals from Alex Morgan. I will say nothing that San Diego FC has done till this day is bigger than San Diego Wave signing Alex Morgan.
Oh,
Alex Morgan is a bigger name than Chucky Lozano.
Yep.
Unless they bring in Kevin De Bruyne. Even then, I still don't think Kevin De Bruyne is a bigger name than Alex Morgan.
it's get that. It's
The
getting
legend,
There.
it's getting
It's
there.
getting there.
The legendary status that Alex
Maybe,
Morgan
actually.
has. But till this day, no player signing has ever in soccer has ever been greater than Alex Morgan coming to play in San Diego.
I think that's
That's
a
an
fair
interesting take. I'd love to hear what people have in favor or against that. So, if we have time here at the end, we'll bring it back with more San Diego FC. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and switch gears because we do have a guest coming on. Because guess what, San Diego Wave's still happening. All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and welcome for our segment of the Call of Sirens, our buddy from the Sirens, Sean. All right, season's greetings and welcome, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, welcome on.
Welcome to the show, man.
100%. We had a great take right now. Alex
I
Morgan,
don't know.
bigger.
What do you think?
There's people saying there's bias, and people saying nah.
I think it's different in a way because I've gone to a few away games with Wave, as far as ways like New Jersey to see them play Gotham and stuff. And you just see Alex Morgan kits there. You see Wave fans showing up there. You hear about Wave fans in England. It's because of Alex Morgan. So I think it's just different. The enthusiasm you may get in San Diego might end up being bigger because of a De Bruyne signing or something like that. Because the way that it's happening with the season, it would come right after this big win and stuff. But Alex Morgan's just known so wide and creates a fandom of her own of people that didn't have an NWSL team to root for would root for Wave and bought Wave kits and all that sort of stuff. It's just different.
You started something.
I
People are
did.
going in the
I
back
did,
and forth
and
here in
I-
the chat.
I will-
What?
I will stand on this hill. Like Alex Morgan was the biggest thing soccer-wise that's happened in San Diego history. Like whether you announce an MLS club or not, like Alex Morgan is a soccer icon. Like she is a bigger name than Chucky Lozano is.
Yeah, and it's not just that like she won multiple World Cups. I think it was the fight for equal pay and just being able to be an activist. Like that is something that
Mhm.
propels you into like a level politically that like I don't think a lot of athletes ever reach. And like it's why it's such a big deal that they lost her too. Like
I will say if Kevin De Bruyne does show up,
It's up there.
it's up.
It's up there.
That's yeah. Anyways, all right. San
She's
Diego
definitely bigger
Wave.
than Chucky. I was looking at the comments. She's bigger than Chucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Hey, Chucky Mania was also a half reggaeton concert, so they
A
kind
lot of the
tricked
people that
there.
were there for night. I'm not gonna lie.
100. I have never seen those same people at another Chucky STFC event.
But yeah, but
Um,
Sean, thank you for making some time. What's going on with the Sirens? I mean, San Diego Wave just played in the Coachella Invitational. How was that experience for the Sirens?
That was great. I mean, we were up there. I was up there for 2 weekends. We had a good amount of Sirens both weekends. Getting to see some new some players in new positions, some new players. You had some interesting wrinkles of like they have some U17 trialists, like players that might be in the U.S. U17 World Cup or playing with them, which they've had in the past and could happen again. Yeah, players in new positions. Savannah McCaskill playing the 6 is interesting. Kimi
Right.
Ascanio getting a lot of minutes out there. Very interesting player in Trinity Armstrong, T3, just gliding across the field as a center back. It's pretty impressive considering who she might be replacing in some ways. Yeah, it's an intimate experience. Danny Colaprico, yeah, you put on the screen. Danny Colaprico came by, or she was, they played Dash in the first game. We were talking to her. She was mentioning how her mom was asking about the banner, and we were like, well, okay, we'll bring it next week, and we got it signed by all the artists, and took a picture with her. And it's kind of cool how she was able to like get the best of both worlds. We got to fawn over her at times, but then she just sat in the stands and watched the game with us too. So that was pretty cool.
And I
Yeah.
saw that Kennedy Wesley wore the captain armband on that
Oh.
second game, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. And the thing about this is that Jonas' style, from what we're hearing out of training, is that it's no nonsense. I guess earlier we were talking about you gave that frown of like, what do you mean?
everything's no
nonsense.
nonsense.
No,
What do you,
no,
what's the
no, no.
difference? Like
No,
they were no nonsense
was
beforehand.
no. I was talking to you earlier about the same thing of a archetype of human being sometimes where, hey, Chiba, ask me how my day's going.
Hey, how's your day going?
I would like, yeah, I don't care how your day's going. Like, there's no matter. This doesn't mean soccer at the end. Like, that's Jonas, and just like there's soccer, that's what it is. And
Jonas stopped before an interview with me and with media to pet a dog. I don't know if that's no nonsense.
no, that's a dog. If you ignore the dog, you have no heart. Like, that's not no nonsense. Like the hardest of criminals will just like, oh, puppy.
Thank you for live streaming the games on Instagram, by the way.
I don't know if you guys, yeah.
Until it got too hot. Yeah, but yeah. Considering I don't know why it was in other markets the Fox affiliates picked it up. I don't know why Fox 5 San Diego was not picking up those games, but yeah.
Hey, San Diego big box media is struggling. I'll give you guys a story actually of STFC's post match and my bout with local big box media actually. And yeah, they don't cover it. That's why you're in San Diego Punto Football. We talk soccer. We talk soccer in San Diego. That actually matters. And Chiva pisses people off by saying Alex Morgan's the biggest signing, and I think I have to agree there. And people are just in
People
denial
can be
of that.
bad.
But they need to find the next Alex Morgan this year, and they are making some moves. Leon, Adriana Leon, now coming over, number 9 for Canada, Olympic gold medalist, teammate of Kaylin Sheridan, coming in to bolster the attack that's already been bolstered by one Gia Corley. And let me tell you, Gia Corley, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what I've been understood, Abe and Sean, I know you can tell me a little bit more about this, but like that's going to be a X factor for San Diego Wave coming in this season.
I saw a lot of hustle from her out there, and she's got that like low center of mass. I mean, she's not messy, but that kind of like you're not going to knock her down or whatever. I'm not doing the comparison. I'm just saying like think about how the player just like keeps on their feet as they keep moving and whatnot. So I thought that was an interesting little thing to add to the attack of someone that can be that tenacious and then physical and get up in battle. So Didn't see any balls on target from her, but I'm interested. I'm curious how that's going to go. Only was there the first weekend because she's with U23 Germany right now, playing for them,
Yeah,
and I think they had some pretty important games.
yeah, could you tell us what you saw from Maria Sanchez? I saw she got the goal in like stoppage time. I mean, she's kind of one of these players that I think will probably fill that role as far as like leader and like national team star that maybe Alex Morgan kind of leaves. What do you see from her in this second game?
Yeah, I mean, I think she just leads with her hustle too, and just willingness to go anywhere. I mean, she's played on the wing a lot, but I've seen her now play in the middle. Actually, the first game, the start of the game, Cascarino I think was on the right, Sanchez was in the middle, and Corley was on the left, with Caruso up front. So she moves around at times. Sometimes in that cam role, sometimes in the left wing role. They play a little bit of a 4-4-2 as well in the second game too. And so Cascarino and Kimi Ascanio were playing as forwards, and Sanchez was off to the side. I don't know. They're moving stuff around. They're trying different things. And to echo what someone was saying earlier about the no nonsense, I mean, I've heard rumors about like some of the fitness criteria right now that this team, that Jonas is like, he's stepping things up of what the expectations were from the past too. So maybe they can outlast some teams as well. And we saw that with that goal. Sanchez played the whole game and scored that goal at the end. It's sort of a poacher's goal, but you need that, right? That's something Wave was missing, finding someone who's just going to be on the end of things.
Yeah, and we heard this from Jonas Eidevall, new head coach for San Diego Wave, is that the details are most important. And again, I don't care if it's STFC, if it's the men's game, the women's game, the toddlers game. Like, his take on soccer is like, no, you need to take care of the details. They're training and practicing set pieces like they've never trained before in San Diego Wave. They're training and practicing throw-ins like they've never practiced throw-ins before. Like little things that you don't really think about, but they're incredibly important when the game day arrives, especially in a league that, any type of opening and chaos opens up to goals and leads to goals. Usually not for San Diego Wave, unfortunately, last season, but hopefully that does come in a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, the team is looking different. There's a couple of events coming up for San Diego Wave and the Sirens. Sean, I mean, you're as excited as you've ever been after a rough year with San Diego Wave. What's the take of just everybody in the fandom right now, or just you yourself coming into this new season at Snapdragon Stadium?
I think we just want to see something different, something positive that coming off last year. A lot of new faces, but still returning, a couple really, really talented players in Cascarino and Sanchez and Ana Lundqvist, and obviously Sheridan in goal. So I think we want to see who can step up. I think there's more competition here, right? So, if a player's doesn't seem like they're getting it done game to game, there's someone, right behind them that we can give a chance to. Whereas before it was just kind of like, I hope this person gets better. I hope they play better. I hope they play better, So I think we're just looking for a new edge to this team than we saw last year, like more dynamicism, more goals, just something different, something new. There were teams with losing records that made the playoffs last year, so playoffs aren't out of the question either. So
that's true. Is there a new edge to the Sirens? I'm curious. We've kind of heard like similar songs. We hear a few new things. Are there going to be new songs this season? Maybe new drum lines, new players, new anything there going on in the?
We're definitely working on some new songs. We got one that I really like. That's like based on a Columbia song of like Hecha Palante. And so, as well as we want to get more player chants in there. When players score, like really feel that the Sirens are behind them. But yeah, we've definitely been practicing some new stuff for this year. I was just out of practice a little over a week ago, and we got another one coming up soon as well.
And I mean, there's the Awake Jersey Kid reveal party, right? That's going to be this Thursday.
Yeah. Yep, Sirens will have a table there. You'll see me there. Yeah.
What are you hoping to see in the away jersey? I mean, they had a good one last season.
Have you seen it? Have you guys seen it?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, Sean, let's talk. Let's play a little game.
Well, the one I saw kind of looks like the Chelsea. I guess it's kind of like that. I'm not a kit guy. I'm not wearing a kit now. But I like the pink. The pink kind of stood out.
Mhm.
Blue, going back to blue, even though it's got a cool design to it, is 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 a step in a different direction. Let's put it that way. But I bet you when we go to BMO for our first game on March 16th, there'll be a lot of pink people wearing pink in Del Sol. But I'm still excited. New kits are exciting. You get increase the variety of what's going on in the stands. People can each have their own favorites. It's still cool, and I'm excited to see the event. Players should be there. It's always cool. I love the women's soccer community and the Wave community, Sirens community that comes out to these events. It's just a good time. It was good. I had to miss the last one or the reveal last year, but I heard it was a really good time.
And with again this hot take, it's really just took over the comment section with Alex Morgan being the biggest signing in soccer, just event. Just San Diego FC is coming over and are now roommates with San Diego Wave, and ergo the supporters union is now buddy or hopefully with the Sirens. And just kind of your take on now having somebody next to you guys in a lot of different ways with this. And is that just kind of something that you hope will kind of bring some connection, some crossover? Like, is there like hey, there's a lot of people here who are trying to find a what's called a tailgate. Hey, Sirens have a tailgate game day as well. Like, what are some things that you're hoping or think about this kind of new union for soccer moving together?
I mean, more soccer is better, right? Like we need more professional soccer in San Diego. We want the attention on our city. We've been a soccer city for longer than this has been. You would see the ratings on big international games, and San Diego is one of the top ones in the country. And I think the fandom here can support as much soccer as we can throw at it. So I'm excited to see all that build off of each other. It's cool that there's some new tifo rigging going in the stadium. We'll probably the Sirens will take advantage of that too. And I talk to locals a lot and people that are working on that tifo and collaborating and finding new things to do and each making each other better. So
I'm pretty sure that's breaking news that there is
tifo?
new rigging
Yeah.
at Snapdragon. I've been knowing this
Pretty
for a
cool.
while, but like I think it's the first time it's ever been said, at least here, that there is new rigging for tifos coming up. And
I mean,
that was
beforehand they would
collaborative
just
effort.
use like the net that they use for like field goals, right?
Yeah, and they would if you listened hard enough, you can hear the wheel squeak, squeak, squeak.
yeah, I pulled it for one game. It's no easy feat to pull that rigging up. So better pulley system will be cool. I don't know exactly when it's going in. I don't know that it's going to be there for March. In fact, I don't think it will be. But there's definitely a new rigging going in.
I love that. And there's actually going to be a collaborative effort coming in on Friday, actually, between the Sirens and the Independent Supporters Union. And from what I heard, us at Two Balls and a Mic, San Diego Punto Football. Before we get to that, there is a big poll, much like the SDFC supporters. You guys have been doing this longer here in San Diego for right now, but there is a bus trip planned. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for
Sirens.
For Sirens, yeah. On March 16th, the away game at BMO, we got 2 buses going up. Still tickets available. If you get a ticket in the supporter section, you can ride the bus with us. Yeah, I'm super excited for that game. Last year it was on a Thursday, so that was a little bit of a awkward trying to get up there. Or we still had 2 buses and had a good section, but I'm looking forward to a weekend game and maybe a different energy this time.
Yeah, I love that. And again, I really appreciate the Sirens just being exactly who they are in terms of supporting soccer and being unabashedly supportive of the players and San Diego and the city. So thank you again, because it's the city. That's what I care for. People respect and go hard for San Diego. That's what makes me smile, makes me happy in that sense. But there is that event coming up this Friday where the Sirens and the Independent Supporters Union will help field the team along with skateboarding legend Willie Santos, some friends from Bridge Barcata. I'm sorry, Barcata bores you, Abe.
I've been I yawn.
I know,
Baller
yeah,
crew,
that's fine.
Esteban and Brandon.
Baller crew are going to be there. Esteban,
Your very
and
own Tony
Brandon.
Sanchez is
I'll be there as
hopping on the
well.
field.
We'll have it recorded. Some personalities from San Diego Wave. Megan will be making an appearance. Weston is actually going to play.
Oh.
He's hopefully signs the waiver.
Goalkeeper Weston or
I don't know.
I don't know if we'll get goalkeeper Esteban, goalkeeper Weston. I already made the
Lots of
roster.
goalkeepers.
A lot of goalkeepers.
Yeah, no, too many goalkeepers. I'm gonna get my steps in that day. Are you gonna go, Sean? Have they invited you? Have they told you?
They invited me. I have a conflict. I can't go, but yeah, I'll make sure if we got drummers that are going there, I'll make sure they have the drums. So
Absolutely. Tanya is gonna be out there.
yeah, Dan, one of our lead drummers as well, will be out there.
Dan, hopefully
Zakia.
Presidente Tali, Zakia. Please sign your waivers. That's or else we get fired. Literally, like that. And then this goes. Then it's just this. It's just your show, Sean, because
I'll take over.
we can't afford the internet. Hey, Esteban's down in position is required. I said I played goalkeeper. Chio said no. I don't know. We're gonna make it happen. If somebody wants to play goalkeeper, take your gloves. We'll be a-okay. I'm gonna just say Dan is known as a Sheridan for a reason. Oh,
that's good.
Another goalkeeper.
That's a good nickname.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Sheridan.
Cool. I love that. But all right, Sean, is there anything else that I'm forgetting for the Sirens of San Diego Wave coming up? Again, kit reveal for the away coming up this Thursday. This game is going to be on Friday. We're going to go ahead and record it, put it up here. You heard March 16th. That's going to be a trip over to BMO Stadium in San Diego Wave. Their preseason is coming to an end and really starting as well at Snapdragon Stadium coming up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thank you, Sean.
absolutely.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. It's been the call of the Sirens. Muchas gracias, Sean.
San Diego Wave also announced a new signing today, and is Canadian forward Adriana Leon. And I'm just saying,
well, we're just
okay.
confirming again.
Confirming again.
Like, I'm just
There we go.
saying. Yeah, San Diego Wave is getting ready for the season.
I think it's interesting. Like, how do you set up that front line now? Like, I think at first it was like Gascarino for sure, Sanchez for sure.
Yep.
Then
You're right.
do you maybe take out Caruso for Leon?
Correct.
But then you also have Chamaca, who could potentially.
Chimaka's a
Nice.
substitute
Yeah.
game changer because she's like a wind up tour where you wind it up and you put it and she'll run forward. But you gotta.
She just starts dominating and she starts playing well. Like it's
Oof.
good to have competition
Oof.
in that position. That's a position that we all agree was not very much in depth last season, and they struggled. And now you have 3 solid forward options.
Yeah, and I think this happened last week too. I don't think we talked about it, but Maya Jones being loaned to a team in the Canadian League. It's also just like it's that much of a backlog now in that front line that you kind of have to tell a player like her, like, hey, like we're not gonna have time for you, or you're not gonna be able to play. So you just kind of like send her up north, which like ultimately could be good for her. She's still like a really young player. She only just recently graduated college.
Yeah,
Piss some people off.
No. So okay, I want to go back to it, right? Like people are definitely.
I didn't read the chat as much as you guys did.
No,
like,
people are going back and forth. And again, Alex Morgan is more popular than Chucky Lozano. She has 10 million followers on Instagram. Chucky has 1 point something, 2 million followers on Instagram. Like those things matter. Like, I mean, again, like she's a
Leon, bigger signing than Chucky Lozano.
No,
that one's not. Again, like Alex Morgan is just a player that changed the game for women's soccer.
I like
And
this.
yeah, like I will die on this hill. I don't care what anyone else says.
Let's look at this. I mean, our boy Drama Beats was just whacked, just whacked out of existence in the chat. Like, hey, be nice to each other, which is fine. Oh, he's back. Those things don't, and that's what's crazy. What? Okay.
I'm confused. I
I
mean,
mean,
you're-
Instagram
everyone's allowed to
followers,
have-
Name wise,
popularity
yeah, bigger.
wise,
I think
yeah.
you're allowed to have your
Name
opinions. I
wise.
think
Oh, 100%.
obviously,
Like if
sure-
you put him in a one, sorry to cut you. If you put him on a 1-on-1, like Chuki's gonna win.
yeah, we're not talking about like playing on the field. I think like yes, men's soccer is like more famous, more like bigger than women's soccer, but a player like Alex Morgan, the Women's World Cup, when you have like the national team players that were like fighting for equal pay and reaching a national conversation just beyond sports, like they're talking about it on Fox News. Trump was like talking about Megan Rapinoe and stuff like it. That was like an unreal moment in time in 2019 when they were like winning the World Cup, refusing to go to the White House. They were honestly like the first team that did that, right? Like every team would go to the White House before then, and then like doing that was just so unreal that it made like the that it made Alex Morgan, made all of those players like huge on such a level that they can be bigger than these like men's players that might have done something good in the World Cup. Like Chucky, yeah, sure, he had a great moment, but like Alex Morgan scoring that many goals, like that T-sip thing, like people do that for forever now because
Celebration on FIFA.
yeah, Chucky doesn't have a celebration on FIFA.
That is true. Yeah, no, again, like my take was again.
And then also they were talking
Name,
about
bigger
KDB
name.
too. Like I don't know how big KDB
Okay,
is.
KDB.
I will, yeah. Like it. Okay,
She's bigger than. I mean,
But-
maybe we're just American and we
Yes.
have that bias.
I'm not.
No,
fuck,
no. I mean,
no,
Alex
no,
Morgan
no.
is known worldwide.
And
but so is Kevin De
Let me
Bruyne.
anchor this. Kevin De Bruyne is one of the top 10 midfielders of all time. Don't give me that
Okay.
face because
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Men's
100%.
midfielder, yeah.
If you
Alex
walk
Morgan.
on the street anywhere in America,
taking a stroll.
and you're taking a stroll and you ask random people in America,
We should do this.
hey, do you know who Alex Morgan is? Yeah, I know who Alex Morgan is. Hey, do you know who Kevin De Bruyne is? If you go to Europe and you do the same thing, yes, I know who Kevin De Bruyne is. Yes, of course I know who Alex Morgan is. Alex Morgan is known worldwide. That's all I'm saying. Kevin De Bruyne, known soccer-wise. But if you ask the average person in America, they may not know who Kevin De Bruyne is. You ask the average person in America, they probably will know who Alex Morgan is.
Now, if we go to India, where the population is bigger, and you ask the same question,
They know who Alex Morgan is.
uh,
We're gonna have who's down to fund our flights to
San
India.
Diego Punto Football India division, the Ramaswamis.
They 100% know KDB
Um,
in India.
Yeah,
no,
I still think that like this stems back to I had the take that I think nothing will ever top the Waves first. Like we'll see it here this weekend, but that first Wave game at Snapdragon Stadium, that it was the first soccer game. I think they had a like Aztecs game the week before, but it was like 100 something degrees or something. Remember that? That was like insane.
Mhm.
But like it was complete madness from the jump. Like I don't often we've been to Snapdragon a lot, but I felt the press box shaking.
Yeah.
Like it was, especially when that Sheridan saved that penalty kick. Like that was honestly probably one of my favorite moments ever covering the sport. It's just
Man, now I just feel like pissing people off.
what?
What else are you
Chucky
going to say?
Lozano is only known for that goal against Germany.
¿De cuál fumaste, compa, los orgánicos?
De la pura buena.
That take was
perro.
brought to you in part by the San Diego Wave.
We do not work for the Wave. We
Hey, all I'm saying, like Chucky is known for that goal.
hey, that's my sister. My sister's watching.
That's dope. That's pretty dope.
Your family supports you. That's all right. Well,
okay,
let
Alex Morgan.
me just
Great
do
first
this.
game.
Let me just do
Did
this.
Chucky score 4 in
Hold
that
on,
first game?
really? Only- Does Chucky Lozano have a very good point, Nick? Only one of those players has a incredibly mid movie where they
I still haven't watched that movie.
Me
Do I need to
neither.
watch it?
More.
I'm waiting for
Morgan
Club
and me?
Deportivo.
Alex and me?
I'm waiting for Club Deportivo Movie Club to
Shout
watch
out
it. So.
Shout out Club Deportivo Movie Club. All right, let me do this for everybody, for the sake of everybody. Let me just put that away. Let me just do this.
What did you-
I don't know. This is.
Don't read it.
But I think it's players like Alex Morgan, women's soccer players in general, get this kind of reaction. They can like lead these kind of shows. We can have these kind of conversations because they're just like that huge.
Hey, but the question is, do you like puppies?
do I like puppies?
Yes. Who doesn't like
Like,
puppies?
They have a smell. All puppies have that one smell.
Every
where you're
animal
like,
has a smell.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
That's the
they
smell you
smell like
want.
a little pee. Like all puppies have that little pee smell where you're just like,
Pues
"Eh."
lávaselo.
Well, you
What?
do. Well, you're not supposed to like take your puppy's supposed to always be with like the mom too. You know?
You don't pick it up and like scrape it. Like,
No,
the fuck are you doing, Abe?
no, I'm not. I've never. Have I ever had puppies? I don't think so.
You guys like puppies? Is this better?
Have you ever like raised puppies before? Like your dog had puppies?
Yeah, I like puppies.
Like
yeah,
puppies.
naturally.
I
Yeah,
like puppies.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, man.
Can Puppy score 4 goals in an inaugural game?
I don't know, but Alex
Wow.
Morgan sure did.
The DirecTV halftime Super Puppy Bowl, I guess. Puppy World Cup. Puppy World Cup. Puppy World Cup.
Puppy monkey baby.
I hate that commercial.
They brought him back in Super.
We like the SDFC puppies. Brought to you by Purina. Purina, actually the main sponsor of St. Louis City SC. They are Purina.
Okay.
That's that connection.
So the main sponsor of SDFC is the DirecTV, right?
the direct
Okay.
direct competitor to Apple TV. Yes,
Yeah. Very interesting.
it's interesting, but it's
I
Did you like the actual like broadcast itself? I feel we didn't really talk about that. Like
The
Apple,
MLS,
yeah,
Apple
because we had
TV?
to like you have to get a new
That
app.
was
I don't
you guys.
know.
It's all
Like,
that was you
like
guys.
that guy kept saying, "Oh, great! It's been 70 something days since we've had a match, and it's been a great because you haven't had to see my face or heard of me." I'm like, bro, okay, like you're making it about yourself.
I thought the broadcast was really good. Like just
Yeah, it's not
audio wise,
bad. It's not bad.
it looks really good.
Yeah.
The app works really well. I was able to like watch a like random video. of-
T-Mobile Tuesdays, thank you.
Yeah, there's like a lot of videos on other teams too, trying to like help people understand. And I mean, this is also like Messi league soccer at the end of the day. Like
yeah.
I
he's
think
gonna
we
win
need to talk more about Messi if we want our podcast to get bigger.
Yeah, we were talking about being able to clickbait the shit out of Messi now. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so the
Oh.
video should have been
This is why I even have this take.
What?
why
Because our most watched YouTube video is a video of Alex Morgan scoring 4 goals in the home opener.
is that more a comment on us though?
No, it's just, again, that's why I had that take. But I will still defend that.
If we do an interview with like Messi, if Messi and Inter Miami ever come to San Diego, I think that would be bigger. I'll be honest. Messi is like the biggest probably name in the country or in the world right now.
Yeah, yeah. Still to this day.
Clickbait AM bigger than Messi.
No. The
She doesn't even
so
play anymore. Like
no,
she's
no,
probably
no.
she's
Yeah, she's
retired.
retired, guys.
Here's
Why do we even talk
here's
about it?
San Diego FC wins 18-0 against St. Louis City FC in their home opener, whatever. The title of our next episode 266, is
Is Messi dodging SD?
San Diego. Former home of Alex Morgan welcomes 18-0 victory by San Diego FC in the league where
In-
Messi plays.
Messi.
That's the name of it. Spoilers.
Sure can. Kyle Adams, Nico Boxel.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep going.
that's about it.
Boxel, his brother.
Ali Riley. She's
Ah,
New Zealand. I
get there.
remember that was the Women's World Cup.
yeah, mute him.
Just mute you.
That was New Zealand played a really good game against the Philippines. That was fun to watch. I was watching that one with my girlfriend. That was cool. Philippines got their first ever like win in a World Cup game. That was cool. Anyways,
This was cool.
Checking now. 5 of your top 6 bits have Morgan on the title thumbnail. Yes.
we
Thank you,
got to
619
clickbait.
Soccer.
We got to clickbait Messi,
We got to put Messi somehow in the next episode.
and we got to clickbait Chucky more too. Probably.
Yeah, 100%.
We're gonna start clickbaiting
gonna
the
start
shit out of
clickbaiting
Chucky,
the
and
shit
if
out
the
of
videos don't do as well, I'm gonna come after all of you that are
Oh,
being
sorry.
very negative on the comments.
Sorry, I don't want people to get a humdum about this as we're playing STFC.
Hey, ¿cómo
Twilights.
les cayó el gol del Chucky? Contra Galaxy. Oh no, Matehuelo.
Now Dreyer into space, looking for Angel. Perfect ball.
Great ball. Like, Alright.
Wow, another hot take. The best moments for San Diego FC in this match was when Chucky got subbed up. No, I'm just kidding.
oh shit. Here we go.
Kidding.
Anders Dreyer, singular.
There you go. La Secadora is bigger than Chucky now, anyway.
Yeah, true.
La
Yeah.
Secadora.
I love
good.
that.
I
guys.
love that.
Guys,
Wait, do you
nickname
pronounce
for
it Dreyer or Dreyer?
I need to ask him. And that's another thing I forget to ask
They
him.
said Dreyer. Right?
Yes,
In
but then
not in the
then-
broadcast, but like
But
On the
when
media
they present
guide?
it.
the reason I don't trust media guides either, because it was
Yeah.
Tumi Moshobane, but we kept saying Moshobane, and the media pronunciation was Moshoban, Moshobane, whatever.
Yeah, and then later on he ended up telling
Yeah,
him, like, yeah, you
and
guys
he's
have been
like,
saying it
"No,
wrong.
guys,
You
my
guys can
name
just
is
call me
actually-"
Tumi.
Yeah. But I listened to the pronunciation and his highlights in
Denmark.
Yeah, so it's from what I understand, it's Dreyer, like
Dreyer.
Is it
like
Anders or Anders?
Anders Dreyer.
Anders
Okay.
Dreyer.
And so I need to ask him, like, hey,
La Secadora.
hey, Anders.
Hey, check out Francisco Velasco on TikTok, who does segments on player pronunciations.
Oh, does he
Okay.
really?
yeah, he does.
Hey, huge SDFC fan and supporter, Francisco Velasco. Shout out to San Diego. Someone say San Diego FC's #1 fan. Chucky over Chucky. All right, we're getting this pass though.
Has
Like,
Chucky scored in the USO? I don't think so.
Slow down. Last time San Diego played against the Galaxy, it was in the Open Cup. Actually.
it was an Open Cup, actually. Yeah, that was the last time I
Chicharito was
there.
playing in that game.
Chicharito
Too, right?
played in
Yeah.
that game. I saw a lot of Chicharito jerseys though. Great pass by Anders Durs. Hey, just call him Durs. That's from Workaholics. The Great Dane. I mean, hey, look, it's your
That
nickname
wasn't
to
as funny
give,
as you
guys.
thought it would be.
Huh?
That wasn't as funny as you thought it would be.
What?
Whatever you said.
Me?
Yeah.
Durs?
Yeah.
Well, because none of you watch quality television.
Fine,
That's why.
fine.
Watch this. Hey, chat. If you watch work, yeah, I have this power now. Like this,
Hey, chat.
we're to this level. Like we can.
Yeah, I love the engagement in the chat.
Yeah.
today. It's
Hey,
been a lot
thank
of
you
fun.
guys. 100%. Because of that, next week we're gonna give something away. And keep it at it.
An Alex Morgan jersey.
I have.
Sorry, it's late. I can't be that loud.
Man.
We're gonna give this away. This
There it is.
Alex Morgan nameplate.
That's
from her
actually
last
the,
press conference.
The last.
She was
and
at the
final.
game. Did you guys see that? She was at the
She was-
Galaxy
yeah, she
game
was.
too.
This
Her
is-
husband played for the Galaxy, right?
The
I think
final,
so.
just the nail in the coffin of her career. Just this was right there. Alex Morgan. Look, Kinsoy. I'm retiring. Alex Morgan. That was my Alex Morgan impression. Cool.
Stupid.
All right, guys. It is late. It has been. I'm exhausted. I'm literally exhausted coming over from doing that. But you know what? It was absolutely fun. What was better, the first pass or the second pass?
This one. This
I would say the first pass.
This one.
Yeah. Not this one. I mean the one. Oh, actually, yeah, this.
Oh,
Great
I like this one better. In between two players, like the timing of it was perfect. Like
Yeah, to get that in between there, like the way you have to chop at the ball,
Yeah,
utilize the
exactly.
slickness to weight it perfectly in between three players, I'd argue. 4.
y luego llega la ¿cómo se llama? La secadora.
La secadora,
La secadora,
the
there.
dryer, Whirlpool, Maytag, whatever, LG, whatever you want to call them, campanazo, crossbar, in like.
This is
that-
all just one game too. We gotta calm down. It's gonna be. What if this next game they just like have like a come to reality moment and just lose like 3-0 or something? Oh, we're not allowed to. We gotta overreact. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, that's
podcast. Sorry, we
overreact.
gotta
They're
overreact.
gonna win the league.
That was
Yeah.
nuts. They're gonna
Sorry,
win the
sorry.
league.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
SDFC. Is Messi coming to San Diego?
Man, Ciro Marciano. I'm changing my fucking prediction now.
You can't. It's too late.
No, it's not too late. You can change it up until before the game.
Nope, it's
Yeah.
too late.
You're gonna have to walk 19 miles, Gio.
Nah. Oh, you have to walk back. By the way.
No, you have to walk there. We don't have to walk back.
Season's greetings to
you're
everybody who
gonna
has
lose,
joined us
Abe.
tonight. A long episode because there was a lot of San Diego FC to talk about. There was a lot of mid people in LA. I went to the worst in and out of my life on the way
What?
back.
Oh wow, where?
Just an absolute.
Was it by Carl's Jr.?
It was by a hotel
Oh.
in the
Carl's
same
Jr.,
parking
new
lot.
sponsor of San Diego FC.
Yeah, what a miss. What?
Yeah.
Guys,
Miss
jeez.
Carlitos Jr.
Stop trying to be cholos, guys. Anyway, thank you for everybody who's been joining us and who was here. Check out our coverage because guess what? There is a game coming up for San Diego FC. Just a heads up, coming up is today. The team was off after a victory. Tuesday, SDFC train. Wednesday, FCFC train. Thursday, SDFC trains with media availability. And we will be out there asking Coach Mikey Varas and company, hey, what do you got prepared for St. Louis City SC on March 1st? Giant used car tent sale has been moved because San Diego FC is now here at Snapdragon Stadium, 7:30 p.m. March 1st. You can get tickets. Go for it. If you see us, say hi. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it was a dump of a in and out.
Damn, that sucks. When the in and out doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later, everyone.
No, like it was bad.
Oh
Like-
man.
There was several prostis walking in. It was cold,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
the lack of clothes was alarming, but also the lack of fashion.
a hoe never gets cold. Never heard that saying.
No.
Wow.
You never. I've heard that
Abe's
one.
heard it. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Oh, we're still live. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
still
kidding.
here. You guys can go. It's 2 hours and 22 minutes. I appreciate it. I have to drive. You have to. Oh,
Oh, you
fuck, I
have to drive me
you.
home. Yeah, you do.
Oh, God damn it, Abe. What have I done?
I might be able to drive him home.
No.
If you're that sleepy,
No,
you
I'm
look.
not.
You
I'm
look.
okay.
Your hair looks disheveled.
Yeah.
What's left?
Check
of
out
it?
Soccer's Overtime tomorrow with our very own Tony Sanchez and Craig Elson.
Ooh.
Club Deportivo Movie Club recording this week their new episode.
Ooh.
Stay tuned for that. Hey, peínate, güey.
Maybe me and Chiva will go get In and Out. That would make you so mad.
Would you be down to?
I really hope my girlfriend's not watching up to this point because if she finds out I get in and out again without her.
Again? You've done it before?
No, so on our way back from Coachella, like we stopped at In and Out and she just so happened to check my location that same exact time.
Just so
and she never
happens.
does, yeah.
So her quarter hour checkup on you?
No, and I was there and I was like, shit. I ate In and Out again once I got home.
You know, it was really funny. One time I told my girlfriend I was going to cover the SDFC training and
Oh, you
I
fucked up. You
no,
told your
I told-
girlfriend.
no, but I was there and she was just like, she forgot about it, I think. And then she like texted me like, are you playing golf right now? Because she has my location too. And it's at Singing Hills
Yeah.
Golf Course. And she was just like, are you playing golf? And I've never played a round of golf in my life. But she was just like, what are you
Are you-
doing?
Who are you, Abe?
She was like, are you like, and I was just like, I'm at STFC training. She's like, oh.
All right, so let me tell you this. During the post-match press conference for Mikey
Oh, we're
Vadas and
live.
company.
Where,
Yeah, no,
people
I
can
know
hear
we're
this?
live. Yeah, 100%.
It was
Yeah,
after dark.
It's fine. It's been dark, bro. So I'm there, and I get there early, and I get hooked up by some friends from LAFC, from LA Galaxy, and they were nice and just led me there, and I was like, okay, cool. I set myself up, and I'm ready to go. My little tripod. And then everybody else starts coming in, their big TV cameras, and I'm not gonna name names, but I'll put a number to it, Channel 8, whatever name that is. I'm not gonna name names. I would never.
I will fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Everybody's coming up and they're like, "Our people, and what the fuck are they doing? Their cell phones and TV, and we need to get priority because we're live TV and this and this. And I'm just there with my little camera, like, I don't.
The crazy
Like-
part is like it's not that much of a difference quality wise.
Oh no,
It's not.
Like
phone cameras are fucking legit
It's
now,
not.
and it's so
Yeah,
much easier to
it's
post
not.
when you record on your phone.
And
And they have good
I want
quality
to
mics
say,
for phones now
I
too.
absolutely, in a positive way, in a constructive way, I absolutely bodied that press conference. Didn't let Mikey Vadas take a breath. Here's Coach Mikey. Hey, Mikey. How was the game? Blah, 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 blah. Need to get that in, but no, just some commentary. But hey, we still have some pals, some friends. There was one particular guy who just didn't have a good game. Didn't like soccer. Hates soccer. He was forced to talk soccer. But we love soccer, and we
We
love
do.
talking soccer.
And we love you all. All right.
Nope. I'm a bit staying.